Okay, boys, let's take a look. This is where, if I could bet right now, I'm pounding my bet on Alireza. As soon as I see G takes f4 here, I would be betting really hard on Alireza to win the match. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And away we go, you guys. They're going to be starting. I'm underestimating Nepo. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm underestimating Nepo. Yeah, I don't think I'm underestimating Nepo at all. So, we'll see. Can I make their cams bigger? Of course I could. Okay, the games are underway. Here we go. I'm going to cover this instead today because I feel like it. We're going to play the middle one. Okay, so Alireza plays the Vienna with knight c3, and now he plays a3. We got bishop c5. Get knight f3, d6, logical. I'm not thrilled by Alireza's opening, by the way. We're gonna get takes, probably castles, maybe knight c6. Castles looks most thematic. The Levon variation, yes, a3 was played in the World Cup by, I think, Levon Aronian against Wei Yi, or no, it was played against who did he play against? I forgot. He played against, was it Radek? It was Radek Wojtaszek, I think. So I'm eating food too because I haven't eaten yet. Three moves. In the 5-1 portion, Nepo has his best chances, yes. Weird move. Not a big fan of the opening from Alireza in this game. Like, why is Rook E8 not good with G5 threats? Let's see where the odds at as we start the match. Let's see. Still 75% chance. Interesting. Is Danny going to spoil your name reveal, your baby, like he did for Magnus? I mean, do you guys want another hot take of the day? The other hot take of the day is I'm not going to tell Danny the baby's name for quite a while. I was not amused by that, by the way. I was not amused by that whatsoever. I thought that was incredibly bad. This looks really weird from Alireza. Yeah, like computer says G5 D5, which actually frankly looks incredibly thematic to open up the center of the board. Like G5 D5. Okay, goes knight E5, still fine. He wants to go knight G6. So anyway, just take some bishop G3. I kind of want to chill today a little bit. Hey now, the tangerine skies. Now, hey now. Oh. All right, where are we? We got F4 being played. Thank God you're streaming this. Can't watch chess.com, so boring. Hey, it's life. Okay, so Alireza here is down a pawn in the middle, but he has the two Bs. He's trying to attack very quickly. Problem for Nepo is his king's a little bit naked here. A little bit of pressure. These pieces not in the game. Queen F6 probably is okay. Maybe is the only move because F5, F6 is a huge threat here. Because like if you play like Rook B8, it's suddenly time for the classic lolly checkmate with Queen G7. I think Queen F6 might be the only move here. And I guess you're kind of holding everything. For Nepo, it's good this is 5-1, not 3-1. Hikaru's not playing the World Rapid and Blitz this year. No, I'm not. I already told you guys. Couple things. First of all, I made my decision that in December that there are 3 tournaments in a row. Now, I've already been giving you guys a lot of hot takes today, so I will give you guys one more hot take. There are way too many chess tournaments currently. If chess organizers actually had the ability to work together and you had maybe half the tournaments but with bigger prize funds, that would be very good for chess. Organizers, much like chess players, for whatever reason, they also view chess as a zero-sum game. It's all about me. It's all for me, nobody else. So because of that, what's happening is you're having way too many tournaments that are going on. Now, there are 3 tournaments in a row, and some people are going to attempt to play all 3. As a professional chess player, I understand that decision by players, because again, you're trying to make as much money as you can. Nothing is guaranteed, as I said earlier. Ooh. Okay, boys, let's take a look. This is where, if I could bet right now, I'm pounding my bet on Alireza. As soon as I see G takes f4 here, I would be betting really hard on Alireza to win the match. Because this means that it's gonna be a bad start for Nepo. He's gonna lose this game. The chances of tilt become much higher, so the odds should immediately skew very heavily in Alireza's favor here. But as you see, there's no change in the betting. And this is a perfect example of where me, with my chess insight, I would kill it right here, because the odds are stuck at 75. I'd be betting hard, because Alireza is going to win this game. It's +5. It's +5. The betting, I mean, why is the betting open? Betting is open the entire time. Yeah. I mean, this is what I'm telling you guys. Like, as someone in chess, if this becomes a real thing, you better believe I'm going to be retiring from professional chess, and I'm just going to be like day trading or day betting on chess all day long. Yeah, I mean, Alireza can play bishop f5. He can play rook f6 here. Rook f5 is actually not an obvious move, by the way. Bishop f5 looks winning too, though, doesn't it? Why is bishop f5 not just winning? I don't know. Maybe is rook g4. Rook g4 is not winning. Oh, because there's queen g5. But it's 5-1. Let's see what Alireza does. I mean, rook f5 is not an insane move. I think bishop f5 is much more human. I mean, if you go bishop f5, I do not see Nepo saving this game. I mean, I'm sure you could probably bet at the end of the match, but it's not going to be close probably by the end. That's the point. I think Alireza's looking. He's okay. He plays queen f3. Not the best move, but still good. Still very good for white. Queen g3. Rook f6. GG. I told you guys. I've been playing chess my whole life. Like, I know what's up. He's gonna go rook f6. I mean, if he doesn't go rook f6, I'd be shocked. Like, it's screaming to be played to hit the pawn with queen g3. Okay, but now rook h8 is an only move. Nepo will not miss this. Nepo will not miss rook h8, because you got to stop the double A battered checkmate. Yeah, only move. Bad move by Alireza playing queen e4, because it forced an only move. And this is something that I talked about when I played in DC, my recent tournament. When you play weaker players, what you want to do is you want to give them more decisions. You don't want them to have only moves, because only moves you're going to play. First game, anything can happen. Only thing I don't like is Alireza's on time. But as we know, Alireza is a god when he gets down to 5 seconds. Alireza is a god. Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's going to win this game. There's no doubt. Yeah, rook f3, rook g3. Yeah. I mean, Nepo is a naked king. White is attacking with the rooks and the queen. Just check. Queen c7. You take first, of course, that you don't. If you take, you actually lose, because then you're going to lose material. But you just take the juicer. Just take on c7 and it's GG. But the most obvious example, which those of you guys who weren't watching, was the World Championship. At one point in the final game between Gukesh and Ding, the odds of Gukesh for winning were 9 cents, and I literally told people that they should bet on Gukesh to win the game at 9 cents. If anybody had bet on Gukesh at 9 cents, they would have cleaned up so bigly. Okay, he's trying to set up the rooks on these two files. But rook g4, there's rook f7. Ouch. Actually, wait, why is Alireza so low on time? I mean, it probably doesn't matter, but he is low on time. Actually, yeah, Alireza very slow this first game. I don't like what he's done, because after takes, this bishop, it's a nice wooden shield. I mean, okay, let's see what we get. Wasn't rook f7 winning? Wow, he missed rook f7. That's bad. Check. Hey, rook d8, rook d2. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, maybe I was wrong, actually. Maybe I was wrong. Alireza way too slow in this game. Maybe I was wrong in this first game, at least. Yeah, Nepo's gonna save this game now. Amazingly bad from Alireza. What is pawn takes? What does pawn take c4? I mean, now white's pawn goes, I think. Probably just go back. There's queen d8, queen f6 is winning. Rook d1. Alireza not... Wow. Anybody could win this game, by the way. Anybody could win. Rook g6, rook e6, rook f6. What is he doing? Gotta move. Now there's rook g4 though. There's rook g4 and Alireza is not going to miss rook g4. Rook g4. Of course, he's not going to miss this. Now he wins. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to win now. Queen takes c3. Queen takes c3 is winning. It's still winning. You just run the king, I guess. There's got to be a way to win the bishop now, right? Yeah, there's a check. Check. Yep, there you go. Yeah. There we go. 1-0. Have the odds increased yet? Still 75%? One game in? Yeah, very, very weird game. Very, very weird game. Arjun eliminated from the candidates? Yes. No. I mean, low on time, Alireza is just gonna dominate Nepo all day long. All day long. In 1 second, let me try to figure this out. Apparently you guys want the cams in a different order. 1 second, let me change this. I'm gonna be adjusting on the fly, you guys. Give me 1 second. One second, I'm gonna put it on a different scene. Just give me 1 second. Right? No. One second. I know the scene is off, you guys, but I need to make one adjustment. Wait, what am I doing? I suddenly forgot how to use OBS. One second. What am I doing? 1 second. I'll adjust it. Give me 1 second. I just suddenly forgot how to use OBS. One second. I know you guys can't see anything. I'm just adjusting on the fly. For a split second there, I forgot how to use OBS. Okay, there we go. How do I do this? Where do I do this? I guess I'll put this right on top like this. Oh, there we go. That should work better. Okay. Okay, so it's 1-0. Alireza is already ahead. What's going on? We've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5. Wait, Alireza's up a pawn here. Yeah, he's got a pawn. Okay, people ask about the World Cup. Shankland being out means that your first match is going to be against Fabiano. The candidates is always against Fabiano. Move Speechers Championship to the left. I could do that. That might actually look a little bit better. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, it looks decent. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. So, okay. Alireza's up a pawn here, but Jan's trying to push on the king side here. Some pressure with the double B combo. Not clear cut, even though black's better, not clear cut. I'm going to play the middle trio. Don't forget water with that burrito. Yeah. I'm just eating a bean and cheese burrito that I got at Costco. The quality is 1080p. So, all right. Okay, now, as I said earlier, not easy for black to play. I mean, Jan has the 2 Bs. He also has a wooden shield here in the middle of the board. These 2 Bs are probably very, very important here. Queen F3 apparently a mistake. It makes sense to stop rook. What was better? No, it's fine. No, I mean, he's not. He's already better. Odds should be spiking for Alireza. Odds are spiking. It's already 80%. Yeah, I mean, it's just a no-brainer here because he won the first game. The flow of that game was very bad for Nepo, and now this game, it feels like Alireza is rock solid here. Maybe King F8, maybe Rook D2. But it's already looking very good for Alireza. Odds shouldn't shift too much in the next game or two unless Alireza goes on a big streak. Like if Alireza wins like 2 or 3 games in a row, the odds should become better. But unless that happens, shouldn't be a big deal. Alireza is always slow, especially in 5-1. Like actually a good example is me. When I played Wesley in the 5-1, I was incredibly slow. Wasn't Bishop D6 just good here? No, Bishop D6. Well, oh, there's takes in Rook E7 maybe. Wait, why was Bishop D6 not good here? Rook E5, not Rook E7. Okay. Okay, now Bishop D6 and it's GG. Okay, we got Bishop D6 here. Yeah. Okay, Alireza is gonna win. It's gonna be 2-0. This is pretty ugly. This is pretty ugly. Actually, maybe it's not clearly winning because you have Rook A1. Okay, it's not gonna go into the end game. Like Rook D2 and Queen D6, or Rook D4 and Queen D. Ugh. Oh, I guess there is Queen A8, but you just block, right? Yeah, you just block. Goes Queen D6 instead. Apparently a blunder. Why? Because you check takes here. You do have Queen takes A5 here, actually, but or Queen A7 is apparently the draw. Checking Queen A7. Rook E7, GG. Yeah. Okay, the odds are gonna keep inching up now. Yeah, the odds are gonna start inching up pretty soon again. Good move with Queen E1, Queen E5, of course, to hit the diagonal when the king's on H2. Yeah, disaster. Disaster. Do I think this match will be close to Fabian and Magnus? I think unlikely if we get it based on the start right now. I mean, if Alireza is able to use his time the way he is so far and not lose games at the end when he has like 20 seconds versus 2 minutes, it's going to be a very, very long match for Nepo. Very, very long, 2 hours. I'm really annoyed. I mean, I want a close match. That's the thing. I want a close match. That's the thing. And people would be surprised to know that everyone's like, "Oh, you must be rooting for Nepo in this match." I'm not actually. Like, I'm rooting for Alireza to win this match because it's going to guarantee that Team Falcons will have someone. We'll have both of us in the Esports World Cup. Not gonna lie, you should have played through Magnus Drew. Okay, you guys, I'm a streamer. I want to relax, enjoy a match, talk to you guys rather than try harding in a 3-0 event. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I mean, Hans versus Lazovic is probably, if you were to ask me, I mean, I know my match against Wesley ended up being extremely close. Wait, what? Did Alireza just accidentally I think Alireza just accidentally 3-folded by it. He accidentally made a 3-fold. That was accidental, I'm pretty sure. He did that in Title Tuesday recently. I think against Aroni where he's completely winning and he accidentally made a 3-fold repetition. Yeah, he forgot that it was 3-fold repetition. He forgot how to count. I mean, it's easy. Yek do say. That's all you need to know. Okay. See what Nepo does here. Alireza playing a lot of these openings like Hikaru. Playing these like bishops, these like Viennas. This is what I played against. Played something similar to this, I think, against Arian Tari in Norway chess. Ferrugia trying hard to make the match interesting. Yes. Yeah, I mean, maybe he is. I don't know what language is that. That's of course Farsi. Although I think that's also the counting is, I believe, maybe is that in Hindu too, or it's in one of the Indian dialects? I think also. It's one of the. I think it's also in like one of the Indian dialects. It's Urdu. Okay, I believe it's the same. So we get H3. So Alireza is looking to play Knight G3 and Knight F5 here. It's not what Hikaru played against Tari. Let me find that game. Nakamura Tari Norway chess. Was it 2023 maybe? Yes, okay. Let me find the game, see if I'm right. Wait, Norway chess. Okay, let me see if this is correct. Oh, we get a blunder? Wait, not clear. Wait, we got a blunder. Maybe a blunder, maybe not clear. Wait, was it 2024? Maybe it was 2024. Nakamura, where's my game? I can't find the game right off, so I'll deal with it later. Okay, what do we have here? So Alireza is up a rook for a bishop. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3. So it's a bishop and a pawn for a rook. Pawns are a little bit brittle here, and the bishop is diagonal. Yeah, computer says white's better, but it's not much better. Hikaru, you started with Canada's preparation. Yes, I have. I have. 3-0 Thursday wasn't canceled. I just want to chill and talk to you guys and cover this exciting match between Alireza and Nepo. And then we will play the middle 3-0 Thursday later. How good is Alireza in freestyle? I think Alireza doesn't enjoy the freestyle tournaments, so he doesn't play them. I don't think he likes all the hoopla, all the nonsense going on around the events, and so he'd just rather not deal with any of the nonsense. That's my view. Which is why I think he played the one event and that was it, right? He played the event in Germany. He was like, nah, I've had enough of this. Maybe did he play in Paris too? I don't know. Check the new C Square podcast. I have no reason to check that. I mean, there's no reason for me to check any of that stuff. I mean, I said it before, and maybe this will be taken in the wrong way. I said it before. It's hard to pay attention to such things when people say certain things to you in private, and then they do a podcast and they say things that are the exact opposite. So, like, it's hard for me to take that seriously. So we get queen takes b2. We got rook b1, probably queen d2 here. Rook d1. We're gonna get a draw here. Rook b1, queen d2. It'll be a draw. Yeah, we got a draw. Okay, game 4 should be starting. Let's get going. Keep rolling. Okay, here we go. Game 4. Okay, we got e4, e5, knight 3, knight 6. Okay, typical Spanish once again. What preparation will I do for the candidates? I won't tell you guys what preparation I do. We got bishop b3. Let's see what Alireza. We got d6. Okay, d4, bishop b6, probably a4 here. Yep, this is of course what's known as the classic archangel variation of the Ruy Lopez. No, I actually the you know, one thing that annoys me, I've seen people talking about the candidates. So many people are acting like weak players are getting in. They are not. We're on Kick. We're on Kick, you guys. This is streamed on YouTube. Can't see the comments Hikaru is answering to. We're right here on Kick. Salami slapper. Like, what are you talking about, bro? So, yeah. I mean, people are acting like they're weak. They're weak players or something like that. I mean, the players are good. Sindarov is a very good player. I think Sindarov, I actually said something like 6 months ago that I thought that Sindarov might end up being better than Norbek Abdussatorov. And a lot of people didn't take me seriously when I said that. And now, like 6 months later, I think without a doubt, based on recent form, you would say Sindarov is the better player. I think you would say that Sindarov is the better player at the moment. So I don't really look at Sindarov as being a huge shocker. In terms of his result. Wei Yi, of course, like I mean, everybody seems to forget that Wei Yi is like a top 10 player for whatever reason. But Wei Yi, obviously, very, very good player. I actually kind of had a feeling that Wei Yi was going to beat Arjun, just because Wei Yi is like, he's so stoic, so stone cold, shows no emotion. And Arjun, I mean, he isn't as good, I feel, as like being a robot. Someone's going to say that I'm insulting Wei Yi when I say that, but I feel like Arjun, you can see the emotion, you can see the passion. And I had a feeling that was going to work against him in the tie breaks against Wei Yi, and unfortunately I wasn't wrong. I was rooting for Arjun. Jose Martinez Alcantara, oh man, like, I'm gonna tell you, I was not awake when those games were going on, but when I saw Jose win the first game in the tiebreaker, and then I saw a second game where he played this ridiculously insane, you know, like King's Indian with c5 and h5 h4. Jose played like he had to win that game. He should have been solid in that game. Maybe it wouldn't have worked out either way, but he tried to be aggressive like he had to win the game, and he lost that game. And I mean, that was really a tragedy. Really a tragedy for Jose. So, okay, let's see what we get here from Alireza. Computer wants bishop. Actually, Alireza is apparently much worse. What did he do wrong this game? Supposed to play knight b4, right? Yeah, he was supposed to play knight b4. Yeah, that's right. Takes and bishop d4, right? Yeah, this is the line exactly. He didn't do it. So Alireza playing this. He's playing this Archangel, but not being so. What is e5? And also, why is Nepo moving so fast? This is 5-1. This is not like 1-1. And now he thinks. Now he thinks after d takes e5. I don't understand. I feel like Nepo's already on tilt somehow. I feel like Nepo's actually strangely already on tilt. I feel like he's already on tilt, even though we're 2 games into the match. Or 3 games into the match, and he's only down by 1 point, so I don't understand. Show you the watch. Oh yeah, so I bought a watch as part of my training for the candidates. It's a Garmin. It's the Forerunner 225. Actually, I have to make sure that when I play tournaments I don't wear it, and since I'm sitting down right now I don't need to track anything, so I'll take it off. But yeah, I bought it for the candidates. So we got bishop takes b5. How's it part of the training? It's part of the physical training, that's why. Yeah. Actually, you know what else is funny? In the video yesterday that we uploaded, me playing Magnus was also wearing one. You guys might not have seen it. This will be a very quick station break. But Magnus was actually wearing one when I went in. Where's my content? 1 second. Where is it? Magnus vs. Hikaru dual cam. Let me pull it up 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. I'm just trying to go forward. Yeah, right here. Right here. You guys see this? I think you guys see this. 1 second. Do you guys see this? You see Magnus's watch right here? Magnus was also wearing one of these. I think this is a Garmin, but I could be wrong. It looks like a Garmin, but it's some kind of one of these type of watches as well. You see it right here? So anyway, let's get back to the chess. Here we go. So, okay, what do we have? This game is going to be a draw as well. Rook c1, rook b7, or king e5. Yeah, king f6. Draw. Next game. Yeah. Here we go. Next game. Yeah, next game coming up. Get takes. Queen c2 played. Okay, pretty normal. I mean, Nepo's only down by 1, but it feels like Nepo's somehow on tilt, which is what I don't understand. Knight c3, of course. Bishop g5 also a move. Both these moves are playable. Yeah, we got knight c3. Knight d7, all normal. I think rook d1, bishop f4, bishop g5, all 3 moves are playable here. Why am I not playing 3-0 Thursday? Because I'm going to play the middle 3-0 event, and I just felt like chilling and covering the event with you guys, the fans. That's why. I will tell you guys, speaking of heart rates though, all those stupid nonsense they use for the chess events like freestyle or anything else, complete rubbish, completely wrong. That's all I need to say. Just because I looked at my heart rate, my real heart rate, I've been checking a couple things. All that nonsense, all that hoopla is complete garbage. They're not accurate at all. So we get rook d1 here. We get b5 from Nepo trying to play b4. Apparently 95 is very good for white. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like very good, but apparently it's very good. I don't know why. Oh, all right. Let's see what we get. I was thinking about you guys though, because it does measure heart rate. But you know, the funny thing is, if I were to wear this, if I were to wear the watch during like Title Tuesday, someone's probably in the world gonna be like, see, he's cheating by wearing it, even if I try to add like a heart rate to the stream. Yeah, someone's gonna be like, he's cheating, that's illegal, you can't do that. Speaking of that, by the way, someone was on, I actually was informed by someone on my team that apparently a certain someone, they're busy, they've gone quiet on their main Twitter account, but they apparently have alts that they're writing on, and they were trying to accuse me of cheating in the match against Wesley, all because at the start of the match against Wesley in the Zoom call, my camera was rotated upside down since I had to charge it, and as soon as the camera was charged, I had it the correct way, and all because I changed the angle one time. Someone was busy saying, he's cheating. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's because my phone had 30% battery and it wasn't gonna last. So it was rotated upside down, plugged in and charging. And then as soon as it got to 80% on the first break, I rotated the normal way. Yeah. Yes, it's really funny. Really funny. Yeah. So we get knight to e5 played here. Yeah. I mean, when I heard that, I was like, oh man. When I heard that, I was like, man, that's insane. Actually, just completely insane. Hi, the stock market topped. I don't think so. Oh, actually, we sold off a bit, didn't we? Or did we? Wait, did we just sell off? Wait a second. Did we just sell off or something? Did something weird just happen? Wait, what just happened? We were up 2%. What just happened? And of course, like an idiot, I didn't hold my I didn't hold the free puts on Nvidia. What an idiot. Anyway, all right. Okay, let's see what we get here. Oh, that's very annoying, actually. Okay, let's see what we get here from Nepo. Apparently rook b6 is the best move here. Why did Alireza not take on b5? Which move? He couldn't take on b5. I mean, he could take now after rook b6. What's Alireza at? He's at 81%. It's about right. I mean, it shouldn't. Alireza should not really move very much. Well, now the odds should move to like 85%. That's just a huge blunder. Queen f3, GG. Yeah, now the odds should move a bit again. Yeah, the odds should start skewing badly now. Yeah, you just take the rook and you've got like bishop f4. It's not over, but Nepo's got to win. Nepo's got to win a game like in the next couple. Queen c6 also looks very strong here. Queen c6 and knight b5 is probably just GG. Am I impressed by Sindarov's performance in the World Cup? No, because I know how good Sindarov is. I mean, people are acting like Sindarov is some kind of like random nobody who's like just random player. I mean, He's not. He's a very good player. I am not surprised at all by Sindarov's performance. I am surprised that he lost the first game in the rapid tiebreaker to Jose, but I'm not surprised at all that he's doing well in the tournament. Okay, let's see what Alireza does here. I mean, e4 looks good. Knight e4, rook c4. Rook c4 also very strong, like queen 6 and rook c6 here. Very, very strong here. Knight e4. What is the news, though? I'm trying to figure out what is the news. Yeah, what is the news? Why Robinhood's down 5% out of nowhere? Just happened. Get a4. Okay, let's see what we get. Queen c6 apparently the strongest move here. White, there's a legendary triple stack here, and he's going to start pushing e4 e5 very soon. I think e4 e5 is just, or rook a4 rook a8 also good enough. Rook a4 rook a8 or e4 e5 both look very strong. Okay, probably rook a8, force the trade. Yeah, this is going to be, yeah, just trade. I mean, e4, like everything. Maybe it takes rook a2, rook a8, queen e8 with the checkmate. Actually, yeah, I think if you take rook a2, rook a8, queen e8, there's gonna be all kinds of bad stuff. Or yeah, or this order, same thing. You're just gonna take and go queen e8. Very bad. Very, very bad. Just takes rook a8. But see, like, for example, here's another thing. Like, if I look at the odds to show you guys just how I think this is a very beatable game if you're very good at chess, is that, for example, so it's up here, but if like in the next game there's a blunder, I could flip it in a second and sell once it dips to like 80, and then wait for it to be tense in the next game, and then rebuy it at like 79. Get rook d8. I think e4. I mean, this must be winning. If this isn't winning. I mean, if this isn't winning for white, I don't want to play chess anymore. F4, I mean, come on. Like F4 e5. Everyone watching Nvidia earnings fear of an AI bubble, market shaky, but the jobs number was good and the earnings were good. So it's kind of hard for me to understand what's going on. Anyway, you can just walk the king. You can walk the king all the way over, as they say. Walk the dog. Even h4 first and walking the dog also works. Okay, he's good because I mean, yeah, it's not even rook g8 here just cuts it off. Okay, now he's gonna go h4 and then walk the dog. I think. Yeah, he's gonna walk the dog, and it's just over because yeah, here we go. Here comes the king. Or this one's all actually this one's good enough too. You can go h5 and then walk the king over this way. Everything wins. Yeah, or just bring the king around. I mean, everything wins here for white. You can go here. You can go here. Yeah, Alireza is going to go this way. Yeah, and now you go king d3 because there's always rook g8 at the end. Rook g8, GG. Takes, walk the king. Rook g7 also good enough too. Rook h7 takes. Like, everything wins. Rook e6. Rook e6 and bring the king. King c4. Doesn't matter. Everything wins here. Feels like Alireza is playing around with... he's playing around with Nepo here. Like, he's getting very low on time. Feels like almost on purpose. King b5. King b5, king a6, king b7 also good enough, by the way. You could also just bring the king this way, right? He's gonna go this way, right? No? He's gonna bring the king this way and play rook e6 and take. This one also. Like everything wins here for white. Everything. He's literally gonna bring the king back around. Yeah, he's gonna go this way and sack the rook. I think it's on purpose, actually. I think it's on purpose because he wastes like 10 moves there for no reason. c5. Now he's gonna bring the king back and sack for this pawn. Okay, Nepo resigns. Yeah, I mean, this is already very ugly. Is there a break now? Yeah, there's a 6-minute break here. Very, very ugly. Very, very ugly. Not a good start at all. Oh. He's doing the Hikaru clock draining strat. No, I don't think he's draining strat, but yeah, it's very, very ugly. Very, very ugly. Very ugly start. Prediction for Hans versus Lazovic. I mean, Hans is the favorite for sure, but I think Lazovic could definitely win. I think that of all the matches on paper, that's probably should be the most unpredictable and the closest one, relatively speaking, of the quarterfinal matches. Yeah, they have this very, very long break now, which is really kind of annoying. I mean, Alireza is better, so why is it ugly? I mean, you want close matches. You want close matches. I'm going to play the 3-0 Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be playing that, the middle one. Toughest opponents for the candidates. Everybody, you know, I will tell you guys, because so many people don't know anything about chess who comment on the internet. What I would say about the candidates is people really don't understand that nobody is a favorite, and the reason that no one is a clear favorite and why past results don't matter is because everybody has months on end to prepare for the candidates tournament. Normally when you go to a chess tournament, you have a couple of weeks at most. You're doing preparation on the fly going into an event. In the candidates, everybody prepares for 2 to 3 months before it begins. So people will play openings they've never played before in their lives. Everybody is super well prepared in a way that's not applicable to regular tournaments. So people, I think, oftentimes don't understand the difference. So it's like if someone's like, oh, Fabiano's dominating, you know, normal events, or Prag's dominating normal events, they don't realize that the quality of the player and the quality of their preparation are vastly different in the candidates tournament compared to a regular Grand Chess Tour type event or Grand Swiss or whatever. So that has to be said in general terms, that basically people really don't understand the difference, that players have months to prepare. They're much better prepared for that event than they are for just a regular Grand Chess Tour event. So anybody could win the tournament. Nobody's really a favorite other than on paper. So we'll see. Okay, game 6 should be starting in about 3 minutes. It's applicable to Magnus as well. I mean, people forget that when Magnus won the candidates in 2013, it was 2013, right? When Magnus won the candidates, like, he struggled to win that tournament. He would not have won that tournament if he did not get a little bit lucky in an end game against Rajabov near the end. And even in the final round, he lost his game. Kramnik also lost his game. Like, it was not a clean, typical Magnus victory in the candidates. Bro, you're the number one seed, you're going to win. I like my chances, but just because I like my chances doesn't mean that it's not completely random still. Like, it's, for example, if you look at the candidates in 2022, Nepo got red hot and just ran away with the tournament. No one really had a chance to win the tournament other than Nepo. So it's all relative. I mean, random is maybe a strong word, but I would say it's very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. No. Okay, how long? 56 seconds till we start the next game. What is going on in the market today? I'm trying to figure out why we're selling off. So, anyway, all right. Both Magnus and Kasparov were very wrong about the winner of the candidates. Also true, like in the last candidates, nobody thought Gukesh was going to win. Nobody thought he was going to win. Are you still in Team Falcons? Yes, I am. I am still in Team Falcons. I could wear a jersey, but today I'm not competing, so just going back to one of my regular shirts. Thank you to Like Chess for a 22-month resub. Thanks so much to Like Chess. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alireza said he won't play the World Rapid and Blitz. He won't play the World Rapid and Blitz. What's your take on that? My take on that is that I think Alireza probably doesn't want to travel. It's over Christmas holidays. He's doing quite well financially. You know, what's the big deal? I mean, he didn't play the World Cup, which was his last chance to qualify for the candidates. So I think Alireza wants to enjoy life, and Alireza's at an age where, frankly, even if he were to take like 6 years off, he could still be a very serious threat. Even if he were to just chill and just play a couple tournaments here or there for the next 6 years, he still probably has a decade of trying to play the candidates and win the World Championship. So I don't really. I mean, as someone who was a professional chess player, it feels a little bit odd that he's doing it. But on the other hand, I also think that like there's nothing wrong with it. If he's burned out, he's not enjoying it, he needs to like refresh his batteries. He's so young that there's plenty of time. He's also played 2 candidates and not done very well, so I can understand it. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people would be like, well, what the heck, like, you're a pro chess player, you have to play, but like the candidates really is a lot of preparation. It's a lot of very serious work for multiple months, and then you go play, and in many cases the prep isn't even what ultimately determines who wins the tournament. So it's something that I think I can understand where he's coming from. I mean, the only concern that I would have is that, you know, time is very fleeting. There are certain things that you can do at certain points in life, things that you can't do at other points in life, and you never know when it's going to be like that. It's unheard of even a decade ago, yes, because there was a lot less money in chess a decade ago. There was no esports World Cup. Alireza cleans up in the Grand Chess Tour. So yeah, that's what it's about. So anyway, Nasdaq minus 1%. I mean, the Nasdaq dropped. Yeah, it's up like 0.5. It's up 2%. I don't know what the heck happened. Nvidia sold off hard, which is, of course, if Nvidia sells off, the market's going to sell off because Nvidia is the market. But anyway, yeah, like a decade ago is unheard of because, as I told you guys, I said this at the start of my stream, back in 2015, like 2014, 15, 16, those years, like, you know, I was very stressed as a top chess player because the only way to make money, the only tournaments that had big prizes was the Grand Chess Tour. That was it. Literally the Grand Chess Tour, nothing else. There was no esports World Cup. There are no esports orgs. I mean, streaming is different, so I won't talk about it, but no esports World Cup, none of these online events, none of that. So Grand Chess Tour was the only way that you could make money. So yeah. Have you rebuilt your supercomputer cluster? Yeah, I was looking at some H100s. I mean, very pricey, but I was actually looking at them. Speaking of Nvidia, so we got bishop b7, rook e1, probably bishop b3. Okay, all normal. Okay, Alireza goes back to the regular standard lines. So okay, why is their camera quality good? I actually don't know. Probably because in the Zoom call it's not great. Knight g, wait, what is this? Knight g5 and d4. Okay, bishop b7. Go back. Okay. I mean, Nepo's not going to make the repetition draw. So, yeah. A3, trying to move the bishop either way here. Likely going back to A2 to keep this diagonal alive against this threat. Like knight bd2 maybe. D5 also, I think, is a move here. Yeah, he goes knight bd2 though. Oh, yeah. Actually, what are the H100s? What do they cost right now? Are they still north of 30K? The H100 GPU? Let me see. It's 27,000 for an H100. Interesting. Okay, so we get D5. We'll probably get C6, C4. All pretty standard stuff here. Kit currency climbing up really fast. I don't know what you mean by that, but anyway. Yeah, C6, C4 probably will be played here. C7, bishop D3. Wait, is there not a queen C3? No, there's queen C2 and bishop B. Apparently black's better there. Yeah, Alireza is going to use a bunch of time here. It looks like Nepo again has just blundered. I mean, he's lucky it's not losing, but yeah, I mean, queen c3 hits the bishop and the rook. Yeah, queen c3, hit the bishop, hit the rook. Even just trading the queens, black's better. Yeah, this is getting ugly. Oh wait, rookie. Oh wait, clever. Takes your rook e3. Never mind. Oh wow, computer says you're supposed to wait, bishop d5. Wait, queen e this. Black's apparently better here. Wow. Okay, shocking. We got bishop f1. I did not see rook a2 and rook e3, and from a human perspective, no way you're going to take the bishop. Now rook a2 is a nice touch. A4. Okay, so Nepo might be better here, actually. He might be better. He might be better. Yeah, I think Nepo's actually better now. I thought rook a4 was right. Maybe this was rook a4 better? No, ba4 is better, apparently. Well, I play the World Rapid and Blitz in December. No, I spoke about it earlier. Basically, I said it before. There are way too many chess tournaments. Tournament organizers, for whatever reason, much like chess players, view everything as a zero-sum game. There's no working together. There's no joining forces. Everybody has to have their own event and their own thing because their egos are too big. And so because of that, what you end up is you end up in a situation where there are way too many events all in a row. So, for example, there's this event in South Africa right now. It's freestyle event that's going to be starting pretty soon. Then there's the Global Chess League in India. Then there's the World Rapid and Blitz in Global Chess League in India and the World Rapid and Blitz in I think Doha, if I'm not mistaken. So there's too many events. And obviously, my wife is pregnant. She's going to be giving birth fairly soon. Hopefully everything goes well. And so I made the decision to pick one of the 3 tournaments. And obviously, I have. Wait, is there Bishop A5? Wait, what? Bishop A5? Might be. Can you take advantage of this pin? 1 second. Knight d2 maybe? Yeah, knight d2 is winning. Yes, knight d2, knight c4. Okay. If Nepo doesn't win this game, I mean, this is another spot where I think the odds should tick up a little bit. So as I was saying, as I was saying about the topic, there are 3 tournaments all around the same time. Obviously, I'm not going to miss the birth of my child. So I had to make a decision, and you know, this freestyle stuff, I don't dislike the events on a personal level. I think they're fun events to play in, but I think this whole notion of like startup and you're going to change chess, revolutionize and everything else, like I don't agree with it. I mean, I think trying to say you have something that's worth like 40-50 million dollars, you know, that's trying to argue that's the valuation of it when like you have no money, you're probably never going to make money. Like to me, it's all nonsense. So you know, I was never really likely to play the freestyle event. So basically that left me with Global Chess League or the World Rapid and Blitz. And the Global Chess League was an event that I played last year. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun event. I really like the team that I play for. You know, just the whole vibe is great. So I decided I was going to play that. So I decided I was going to play. I decided I was going to play the Global Chess League and skip the other 2. Like, even if my wife has given birth, like, I'm not going to go and play some tournament in Doha just because. Like, I'm not going to do that. There are things that are more important in life. So, okay, we get h5 here. Alireza is losing technically, but if he can create some complications, he has chances. What about the content? What do you mean? World Rapid and Blitz is not content. That's like a serious tournament. What do you mean content? Okay. Okay, why do you go queen e3? That actually didn't do anything. Apparently it was the best move, ironically, but like you're gonna move the queen, I assume, to one. You could sack, but I don't think that's a good move. That's probably what Nepo's thinking about, whether he wants to sack the queen. I would not do that with the bishops. Yeah, I mean, you're up a pawn here. Bad bishop Walden by the juicers. We've got these great Bs. Bishop d2, logical move. Yeah, I mean, I mean, again, it comes back to what your priorities are, but you know, they always hold this event over Christmas, which is really annoying. Like they always do it in multiple years. I mean, I think a couple of years I have actually skipped the tournament now, but they always hold this World Rapid and Blitz over Christmas, which to me is more an indictment of how sad playing chess for a living is. Because because the fact that so many players go and play this tournament over Christmas, it shows just how desperate they are to play tournaments and make money, and how most of them also don't have families or anything going on. So to me, like I find the whole thing kind of gross. They continue to hold it over Christmas, and then additionally, like as I said, I gave my other reasons for why I'm not playing either. Knight c6 should be played here by Nepo. Knight 6 isn't played. Like we'll see. Nepo just left his. Oh yeah, you know this is. You know what? This is another thing that I love. By the way, I love this. You know, I love this. Nepo does this during every event he plays. And at some point, he gets up to go use the restroom, and yet everybody's like, nobody says anything about it, but he goes and he says things about other players despite doing this like in every event. Almost he does this in like every event, literally in every event. No, I mean he literally does this in every event, and nobody says anything because obviously nobody thinks he's cheating, but he goes and does this, which breaks the rules consistently, and no one says anything. But then he goes and says things about other players, which is just like, I don't know, to me it's just crazy. Like he's been away for like a minute. And you know what's funny about this, by the way? I'll tell you guys, speaking of hypocrisy right now, is that this is exactly why I got accused by Dubov. Because when I played Dubov in the semifinals of the Chess Champions Tour in 2020, I had to get up and go use the restroom. I got up to go use the restroom, came back, and that's what caused Dubov to basically start saying shit about me. Nepo's done this in Chess Champions Tour events like endlessly, like when he played Magnus, for example. Like, so yeah. So we got takes. Let's see what Alireza will play here. Okay, rook e4, knight c5, knight b3. I mean, still counterplay for Alireza. Knight b3, knight d4. Plenty of counterplay. So, what is it? What is the old saying, guys? It's rules for thee, but not for me, right? Isn't that the saying? Probably knight b. Oh no, knight b3. You can trade the rooks and go like rook b2 or queen b2. Isn't that the saying? It's like rules for thee, but not for me. I think that's the saying. So we get a5 here, probably a6, or might be a sat. Nah, queen f2 doesn't work. Get queen e1, not the best move here. Knight d3, queen b1 should be winning now. Queen b1, but queen b1 e4, a6 takes, a7 should be winning for Nepo if he plays queen b1 and just pushes his p. It should be winning if he plays queen b1. Okay, and now is there e4, e3? E4, a6, e3, a7 is probably winning for white. Yeah, a6, a7. What? What the heck? What is bishop b5? You just push the p. I thought it was the whole point of queen f1. Oh, man. That's just so bad. That's ridiculous. You can take the pawn, but I mean, rook e1, solid draw. Yeah, I mean, Alireza is going to just be professional, play like queen c5 or something and make the draw. Queen e5. Yeah, it's going to be very, very professional. Yeah, queen c5 like a boss. Just trade the queens endgame. No chance to lose. Queen c5. Can trade. I mean, anything wins here. Or anything draws, I should say. Yeah, it's going to be a draw. Or not. Okay. I'm wondering if somehow Alireza can find a way to win, but he's not even going to try to win. He's just, or maybe he will try to push the P. Rook d6, I guess. d3, okay. Check. Yeah, and draw. Rook g3, or yeah, rook e3, rook g3. There's rook d7. Oh no, just a draw. Rook. Check. Yeah, now just rook d3 is still a draw. Now you just wait with the king forever and it's a draw. I mean, Nepo's trying to cheese Alireza here. He might succeed. No, there's just rook g1. It's just a draw. Back you go. Ziggy zaggy. Draw, draw. Move. King e4. King e4. Wait, it goes on. It's still a draw, but still a draw. You just keep waiting, I think. Check, yeah. Now you tickle the king off the file, and yeah. Alireza is so fast. Not really. It's just the position is so easy to play. The position is so easy to play here that you should never lose too much time with the 1 second increment. I mean, Nepo's going to try to flag him for sure. Yeah, now you have to go back and then... Unless you can somehow cut the file. King c4? Yeah, okay, it's a draw. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the clock matters yet, but it's just like, yeah. I mean, Nepo not winning that game is really bad. Really, really bad. Really bad. Okay, so we get more Catalans here. The typical bishop d2, queen c1. Okay, we got c6. This is an old line created by a certain former world champion who at the time was respected for his chess. So we get this line. This guy played it in London many years ago, and it's become a pretty solid system for black these days. So we get knight bd7. Isn't Wei 2750? Yes. Yes. Knight h4, bishop h5, of course, is all very normal. Wei is the older Alireza, didn't you know? I mean, Wei is a great player. Yeah, great player. Rook c, it's a mistake. You're supposed to go bishop h5. Isn't it bishop h5? Yeah, it is bishop h5. That's what I thought. Yeah. Get takes, all pretty normal here. Probably like queen b6 from Nepo, but I mean, it's just a position. Actually, you know what's funny? I played this exact line with black against Nepo in the Rapid Chess Championship back, I think in 2021, in the semifinal match or final match, whatever it was. See what Alireza does here. Bishop e1, bishop e3, both playable. Nepo's missing chances. I mean, Nepo missing his chance in the last game should be devastating in the long run. Should be devastating. Should be devastating. Who won the 3-0? I don't know. I'm going to play the mid 3-0. Why no World Rapid and Blitz? I don't know. Maybe because my wife is having a child soon, giving birth soon to a child, and I don't want to play a bunch of events. Like, that kind of is more important than a stupid chess tournament. Like, I'm not trying to be like rude or something or diminish it, but like, it's a stupid chess tournament. Like, why do I want to travel halfway around the world when there are more important things in life? Get h4 here. Idea to probably play e4. I think d5 is good for white. Now you're going to open up the diagonal for the bishop. This looks good for white after d5. Should be very good for white. To be honest, Magus skipping the GCL for the same reason. Probably true. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Okay, takes. You take. You're going to get a wooden shield here. Nice little bishop that's completely open. I don't know what's going on with the stock market today. There must have been some news. I assume it's something connected to the interest rate, right or not? Let me see. Fed. Let me take a quick station break. What's the... Yeah, not a whole lot changing on the Fed interest rate. Okay, let's get back to chess. Okay. It takes probably bishop f7, rook d7. You can't take. This bishop is really good. It's a very nice wooden shield in the middle of the board. Very nice piece here. Very nice piece. Blunder? Why is the blunder? Rook a6, knight f8, and then what? I don't know why it's a blunder, but apparently it is. I mean, Alireza is skipping it probably because it's over the holidays and Alireza doesn't want to travel halfway around the world. That's probably why. Alireza usually is this slow. I mean, Alireza usually in 5-1 is very slow. I mean, I was very slow in 5-1 too. I think people conveniently seem to forget that I was very slow too. Because 5-1 is the time control where you can spend a lot of time. Why on Christmas? Is it because venues are cheaper? No, I think it's on Christmas. I'll tell you, I mean, my understanding of why the World Rapid Blitz is always held over Christmas is because Norwegians are off of work, and so they'll watch the tournament. And one of the only ways that FIDE can get a sponsor or make money is actually a little bit generous, but one of the only ways that FIDE can hold the event is they need the sponsorship from Norwegian TV. And so because a lot of Norwegians want to watch a tournament over Christmas, that's why they hold it then. That's actually, I believe, the exact reason why they hold it at that time period. Okay, game's a draw. Nepo's gonna get white. Here we go. Next game. Okay, we get the Petrov's defense. Very normal stuff so far. This lion's become all the rage in recent years. Knight g5 is an idea. Get d5. How does FIDE plan to conduct the World Rapid Blitz after Magnus retires? I mean, I don't think FIDE has a plan, and I don't think there is a good plan. I don't think there is a good plan. I mean, literally, FIDE is they're desperate to have Magnus involved. Without Magnus, they're never going to be able to get big sponsorship outside of maybe India. Okay, king b1, all pretty normal. Alireza be skipping everything these days. I think so. Oh, anyway, all right. Idea g4, idea knight g5. Both moves are ideas. Both moves are ideas. With or without Magnus and chess moves on, people would still watch and sponsor would still sponsor. Incorrect. I think it's nice to believe that, but that's actually not true. And that has to do a lot with social media and the players who are known. Like legitimately, if you ask somebody who's like wealthy if what they know about chess, they're probably only going to know about 2 players. They're or maybe 3. They're probably going to know about Magnus, myself, and Gukesh, and that's probably about it. That's probably those are probably the only players they're going to know. They might know of Hans too, perhaps, but that's the reality. So when you say sponsor, going to sponsor anyway, they're not going to sponsor. Every sponsor knows who Magnus is. Most sponsors don't know who the other players are. No, I mean sponsors are not going to know about Alireza or Fabiano. That's just the reality. They aren't. In the chess world, yes, of course, everyone's gonna know who players like Alireza, Anish, Fabi are, but in the real world, they aren't. So you get queen f7, probably f3, g4, g5, h5. Looks like an interesting position here. Black has 2 bishops, but white's attacking on the king side. Rook takes e3. There's just rook e3. Okay, odds should be going up here. Odds should be going up. Let's go back. Yeah, odds are going up. Odds are going up. The odds are going up now. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's just terrible takes. Rook e2, bishop f5. Disaster. Stonks are up. Stonks are down. Did we suddenly get a spike? No, we didn't. We're down 1% now, apparently. Or not. I don't know. Let me check the cues. Wow. What happened? Now, what on earth happened? Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see. Okay, so takes, rook e2, queen c1, bishop f5 should be winning. Bishop d4 maybe is the last ditch effort to try and create counterplay. Probably not working, but it's an attempt. Do I think FIDE will find another player like Magnus, perhaps one of the Turkish prodigies? Maybe. But I think the thing about Magnus is that he ticks a lot of boxes. First of all, Magnus obviously speaks English fluently. He's from Western Europe, and he's a dominant player. All 3 of those things I think are very hard to find. Why would they know about you? Levy is more popular on social media. You haven't won any major events. I can tell that's a rage bait, so thanks for asking. That's 100% a rage bait. That's a good rage bait though. Yeah, that's a good rage bait. But thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, that's a very poor attempt at a rage bait. Very, very poor attempt. Yeah. Okay. Bishop. Blunder. Bishop f8 is a blunder. Yeah. That's a big blunder. Okay. It's actually a little bit unclear. A little bit tricky here. A little bit tricky. Yeah, a little bit tricky. Apparently that's a blunder. Rook f7. I mean, if Nepo can use his time, maybe he finds rook f7 if he can use his time. But I don't necessarily believe he's going to be able to use his time here. A rage bait is where someone says something they know is intentionally fake and they're hoping to get a rise out of it. They're hoping to be like, you read it and you get really angry and upset. That's what a rage bait is. It's dangerous for Alireza. Yeah, rook f7, and this could be very tricky to play. I think Nepo might win this game. Nepo might win this game. Crazy or not. Never mind. He goes rook f4. Mistake. Probably just queen g6, right? Oh no, apparently queen e7. Thought queen g6 was best, but we'll see. Rage bait, why aren't you playing Doha for the 12th time this stream? I thought queen g6 was best, but apparently it's not. There's like queen f1 and knight e5. Ooh. If Nepo finds queen f1, I think he's going to win this game. If he can find queen f1, I think he's going to win this game. That's my bold prediction. So the odds are probably going to skew back down well, but this game's so choppy that it's hard to judge what happens. It's very choppy. If Alireza gets to like 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds here, I think that he's going to lose. But if he can make a move and not get super low, I think he still probably survives. Knight e5, knight f7, king g8, rook g1, and then queen e2. And queen e2 is not a hard move to find, by the way. Nepo looking for something like rook g1, but rook g1, queen e5, takes is not working. Yeah, you probably have to go check in rook g1. Ooh. What do we have? Oh, blunder. Oh, my prediction was right. Wait, but takes knight d8. Wait, what? Wait, why is this? Did he find it? He did find it, right? He did find it. Okay. I told you guys. I told you guys. Yeah, knight h6. Wow. Okay, I think there's one more game to go. That's a big win. It's still bad for Nepo, but that maybe gives him some motivation. Maybe. I said I thought he was going to win that game if he found queen f1, and he did win it. Yeah, I thought he was going to win if he found queen f1. Okay, this of course is what Hikaru played against Alireza in the Armageddon game in the EWC. I played bishop b3, a b3. So Alireza is trying to play like Hikaru. Yeah, this is exactly what I played, but I think Alireza played bishop b4, and I played this horrible move f4, and I lost terribly in the Armageddon game. Bro thinks he's Hikaru, yeah. I mean, the odds should come down to like, I'm curious where the odds came down to 85. That's about right. I don't think the odds should come down that far though. Still 85%. That's about right still, I think. Oh, did I draw against? Maybe I drew that game against Alireza, but I was completely lost for the whole game. I was completely lost for the whole game though, and a draw. It was Armageddon, so it didn't matter. Draw is a loss. I don't like Alireza's position here either, by the way, in this game. So Nepo is down a juicer, but there's big pressure here on these pawns. Also, you've got the two Bs. Look at these diagonals for the bishops. This looks like a great position for black here. Magnus lost. He was in first place, but he bombed it. Okay, so rook c1, very logical move to guard the pawn. But now there's f5, f4. I mean, big pressure here. This great bishop with the pawn. This is kind of ugly. I'm not going to lie. This looks really ugly for white. Odds are wrong. I'm curious where the odds go if Alireza loses this game. That's the question. This looks terrible, by the way. Look at these Bs. Look at these Bs with the rooks. This is great. Great position for black. No, I mean, this is the last game 5-1. I think Alireza might tilt a little bit. I mean, this is the problem with these formats. It's just like me. When I was up by 4 against Wesley, and then I lost that horrible bishop versus knight game, I completely tilted. And I think Alireza might be a little bit on tilt. Messi or Ronaldo? Personally, I'm a fan of Messi more so than Ronaldo, but it's all relative. Yeah, like rook e6 looks very good. Actually, rook f6 is apparently computer line, but I even like rook e6, rook g6. But yeah, this just looks really, really ugly. Look at these Bs. It's not a good position. Yeah, he plays rook. I mean, this is ugly. Alireza is in bad shape in this game. The odds are going to probably go back to 75%. Yeah, if he loses this game, which I think he will, the odds are going to go back to like 75%. Well, it should be, yeah. Should be good for Nepo. Why though? Bowler's Alireza's playground? What do you mean? I mean, the odds go down just because it's going to be an even score. That's why. Nothing else. Nothing else. Apparently it's a blunder. Why? Am I still in crypto? I mean, I hold some Bitcoin. I'm going to hold it forever because it's just like... This actually looks fine though. Why is this a bad move? Bishop g2? Oh, bishop g2 could be interesting. Rook g3, right? This could be very interesting if this, but still queen e2, and I don't know. Let's see what we got. Plays knight c6. See what we get here. Next OTB tournament that I will play. Next OTB tournament will be the Global Chess League. Knight f4. Okay, blunder. Yeah, actually, as soon as I say I think Nepo's going to win, it's completely gone the wrong way. It's completely gone the wrong way. It's gone the wrong way completely, and now I think Alireza is probably going to win this game. Like d4 and queen e2. Or knight f3 maybe. Knight df3. Knight ef3. Knight ed3, I should say. Doesn't look good. I mean, Alireza is probably going to dominate Nepo in the bullet is my assumption. So that's why he's still a huge favorite to win the match. So, we'll see. We shall see. Second. Maybe queen f7. How much do you hate Nepo? I don't hate Nepo at this point. Why are the camps so blurry? I guess because the players aren't using fancy equipment. I mean, it's 1080. It's 1080. Like, it is 1080, so I don't know. My chess coach people got shocked that I played Hikaru. Nice. The amount of patience Hikaru has for chat is incredible. Yes. My portfolio has been better in the market. It's not been a good last month and a half, but a lot's going to depend on a couple of very specific things. Like, a lot of what happens for me will probably depend mostly on like Tesla, Google, Apple, and some biotechs. White's better here because white is more pawns. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Black is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So white has 7 pawns, black has 6 pawns. So when you go f3 here, this pawn is super soft. Hikaru, have you ever considered deleting your channel? Why would I do that? Literally no reason to do that ever. No reason to do that ever. I'm eating a dumpling for anybody who's wondering, by the way. Just a dumpling. Computer hates f3, you're right. I don't know why. Okay, white's up 2 pawns here, by the way. Knight d3, f3. So okay, white has an extra pawn here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Black has 5. Black can try to create the outside P maybe, but it still should be very good for white. But king f4 g5, I mean, I would probably play king f4. Knight e2, h6, king d2, bishop back. Show goes on. Yeah, king d2, of course. Thing is, this pawn is fixed here. That's the one thing. The pawn is fixed on this triangle. Or not triangle, on this square. So he's trying to go bishop e6, I think. But knight e4 and g5 is probably winning. Bishop d5 to create the wooden shield. Probably b5 and c6 to fix the pawns. Yeah, I would definitely play b5, c6 here to fix the pawns on the same color as the bishop. Okay, big mistake from Alireza. Now is a 4v3. This should be a draw if Nepo gets his king back. Should be a draw. Especially considering the time. Yeah, I mean, king f5. This should be, I mean, computer still gives a big edge for white, but... Oh, he let him get c5. Yeah, now you get 95? 95? What is Nepo doing here? Yeah, and if a6, there's gonna be some takes and knight c4, which just went. Oh, that's so bad for. Yeah, you just take and go knight c4, king c5. Yeah, knight e2, knight e4, king e5, king c5. Yeah. Oh, that's so bad from Nepo. Terrible. He's gonna lose and he's gonna be down by 2. Terrible. Terrible. So bad. King f6, of course, just wins. He has so much time. I mean, he had 1 minute here. Why did he move so fast? So bad. All right, let me adjust my scene. Don't worry, you guys. I'll fix it in a second. I just want to see if there's some way I can do this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to fix this. One second, you guys. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Trying to make the cams better than they were. Okay, 1 second. Don't worry, you guys sort of think that there's something off. There is nothing off. I'm just trying to make the size of the cams better. Give me 1 second. There we go. It should be better. Okay. Should be better, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. All right. So what do we have? We have some content to cover as well. So give me 1 second. Let me stop the music. What is this clip? Give me 1 second. What is this? 1 second. 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. Possible. Put the music back on. Is this gonna work or not? Let me check something.
Formula One is like the most boring sport imaginable. Like you just drive around in a circle for a long time.
Who said that?
Magnus Carlsen.
Who's that?
Okay, what is this?
Formula One is like the most boring sport imaginable. Like you just drive around in
Well, let me get set up. I don't know what this clip is. What is this clip? I didn't hear it the first time around, you guys, because the monitor sound was off. So let me play this. Let's go back to start.
One is like the most boring sport imaginable. Like you just drive around in a circle for a long time.
Who said that?
Magnus Carlsen.
Who's that?
That's good. That's good, actually. That's good. Yeah.
Formula One is like the most boring sport imaginable. Like you just drive around
Who's that?
in a circle for a long time.
Who said that?
Magnus Carlsen.
Who's that?
No, it's an edit. It's an edit. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously an edit. I 100% don't agree, by the way. It's obviously an edit, like they edit in Levy. They edit in Levy, but that is well done. That's a hard edit, yeah. I mean, because it's what is true is Magnus did say that, and like I'm gonna tell you guys, like this is not even really about Magnus, and maybe someone will get mad at me and clip this out of context or something. But like I'm gonna be honest, you know, like people in chess are very delusional. They think chess is like this great game, and I mean, chess is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. Like I like chess a lot. But trying to argue that some game which is impossible to understand unless you spent thousands of hours on it is not more exciting than Formula One. I mean, I'm just being Lewis has definitely heard of Magnus. I mean, Lewis has definitely heard of me. I actually literally know this for a fact. So I'd be shocked if he hasn't heard of Magnus as well. But yeah, like chess is way. I mean, I hate to say it, chess is about as boring as it gets, and that's why, like, generally, when people ask me about chess, like my view is something has to be changed in order for it to be exciting. Like you're literally moving carved wooden pieces. I think F1 is easy. No, of course not. I mean, actually, maybe you're talking to someone in chat, but you know, like when you guys ask, like driving a car around a track at 200 miles an hour faster, like it's no joke. It's no joke. Also, chess is more entertaining. Yeah, chess is literally like, I mean, first of all, you have to answer the question of whether you consider chess a sport or not, which I personally do not think chess is a sport. Chess is basically one of those like mind sport games. It's not a traditional sport. It is not, never will be. But I think that, you know, when it comes to making chess more interesting, there has to be more to it than the game. And the problem that I feel with most organizers, they think the product is good enough. The product is not good enough. And maybe you can never make chess very exciting to the masses. But the current product of people sitting at a chessboard moving carved wooden pieces is never going to be something that is going to be exciting to watch for someone who doesn't understand chess at an incredibly high level. So like it's just not the same thing. And honestly, like I would just say, doesn't matter how old you are, male, female, whatever. If you see someone driving around a track at 200 miles an hour, you know you can't do that. With chess, you might know you can't do it, but it's not the same reaction. Like, you know you can't do it, but it's not the same thing. But with chess, I mean, you'll never understand really why it's like that unless you've played chess to a very, very high level. Because like every day people go out and drive in their cars and they know you can't drive at 200 miles an hour. That's just the reality. But yeah, you know, it's what it is. I mean, I think, you know, I'm not saying Formula One is like the most exciting sport ever. I don't necessarily think it is. But I think all that goes into it, like the training, if you've watched Drive to Survive, all the training that the drivers do. I mean, can you imagine sitting so low to the ground in a car for like hours? Like, man, like I'd die if I had to do that. I would die. Like, honestly, I feel like if you put me in a car and I'm sitting in a car for an hour, I'm probably going to end up cramping and everything because you're so low sitting in that car. So it's just like, I don't know. To me, like it's a hard edit, but I do think Magnus is just 100% dead wrong. And I think when people have that perception and you try to think chess is better than like Formula One, it's like, I'm sorry. It's just like, you're out of touch with reality. You're out of touch with reality. I never watched F1 LS Born to the End. I've literally gone to Formula One, you guys. I literally was in the Kick Sour garage. I saw the cars like in Miami. Like, come on, you guys. Like, be serious. Stop acting like I'm some idiot who doesn't know anything at all. Like, come on. I mean, I wasn't allowed to take pictures, obviously, so I can't prove it, but I was there in Miami. So thank you. But yeah, as I was saying, like, though, you know, whenever I see people talk about chess and act like chess is some great thing or it's the best in the world, like, it's just completely out of touch with reality. The only way that chess can become exciting is if it's bigger than just the carved wooden pieces. That's the only way you can ever do it, which is why the event in Dallas I thought was really good, because it was in the vein of a sporting event, something that was more about like the country, the personalities, being loud. Like, there was more to it than just the actual stupid game of chess between like Levy and Cigar, myself and Gukesh and all that stuff. There was more to it. And like, to me, it's just like, anytime I hear people act like chess should be bigger or should be great or this, that, or the other thing, it's like, it's so out of touch with reality. So out of touch with reality. So anyway, let's get back to the chess. Here we go. Here we go. There should be a new game starting soon. They haven't started yet. But they will be started. So let me put the music back on. I knew something was missing. There we go. Okay. Next game should be starting in a second. Here we go. I should be playing. So, yeah, I was there in Dallas. It was great, even though it had hiccups. I mean, my attitude towards chess is if you want it to be fun, it has to be entertainment. Anything that's about like professional and super serious is never going to succeed in my book with like the bigger global audience, like the general audience. There's just no chance. Just no chance at all. I would rather watch Gucci cooking Nepo than watching F1. Yeah. We get C5. Also, for anybody who's wondering, you know what else I would say about chess is that one of the biggest problems with chess compared to, say, even poker is that chess does not have static values. So it's like one of the big problems is when you grow up learning how to play the game of chess, you learn the value of the pieces, but the problem is the values are not static. Every position, every piece is a different value. So, like, for example, if you sacrifice a rook for a knight in a position, it's better to make the sacrifice and you're winning the game. But the piece value of a rook being worth 5 and a knight being worth 3 or a bishop being worth 3, it's not a static value. So even when you try to do it like numerically, it doesn't work because every piece value changes based on the position. Which is why, like, poker, for example, Poker, for example, works because like you know the only couple of cards that change it. It's very, very easy mathematically to look at it and see like what are the cards that work. But in chess, you can't look at it that way. You never know when you should sack a rook, when you should like sack a pawn. Like all these things make it impossible for someone who's not a serious chess player to understand. That makes it interesting if you're a serious chess player. If you're not a serious chess player and you just barely know how to play the game, you're clueless. So like that's just the reality. I don't know why it's supposed to be a blunder. It looks reasonable. Just play knight c6. I don't understand this. Knight a4 probably takes. Oh, apparently d4 is good here for black. I don't know if Alireza will find it. Probably he will. Queen c3. Yeah. Both captures are good. But yeah, in general, to answer the question, maybe chess is never marketable. But I think the only way you can possibly make it work is if you have if you make chess more like entertainment. That's the only way I think you can try to sell it to the general audience. Otherwise, I think it's just impossible. I think if you have it be very entertaining, you have very casual commentary, things like that, you can maybe make a go of it. But I think anything that's like just standard, like just playing a chess competition, is never going to work. It's just never going to work. Because high level chess is just too serious and too hard to understand. Do I have any ideas? I thought the event in Texas was like the best attempt to do something that was more like a sporting event or entertainment event where the crowd was engaged, they were into it. Another big difference between chess and another big problem with chess is people, if I'm a fan, I go watch Formula One, I can get excited, I can make noise, I can cheer, I can do whatever I want. In chess, people are supposed to be quiet like they're NPCs. You're supposed to be like, shh, be quiet, don't say anything. Like if I can't say anything, like why am I supposed to be like super hyped and excited to watch an event? Like no, I mean, I'm just being honest. As someone who's like not a serious chess player anymore, like why would I ever want to go waste money going to some event where I have to be quiet the whole time? Like come on, be serious. I mean, in Dallas, people could cheer, you could make noise. Like as I said, there has to be more to it than just like the stupid game itself. Yeah, that's just, I mean, there has to be more to it. Just the reality. Okay, Nepo, of course, is still doing okay here. Nepo is actually doing okay here, but now Nepo is the one down on time, because in 3-1, Alireza is going to move a lot faster. No, I mean, I think the Dallas event is like conceptually the only type of event that that casual fans could ever get really into. Something along those lines. Like the general audience has to enjoy it. When people have to be quiet, they're never going to enjoy it. That's just the reality. Like h5, h6, g6 apparently good, hard move to play. Almost impossible. Yeah, Alireza is now going to start turning up the heat here. Yeah, I mean, it's just bad. Alireza has not been infallible though. To be honest, he's not been perfect. But he's going to win because of the double stack here. Like rook b2 and queen b6 is mate, no? Or queen b6 was a triple stack. I mean, just wins. King c1 takes king. Yeah, GG. This is the difference between 5-1 and 3-1 also, because you see now Alireza is moving much faster because you can't use 2 minutes on a move, and it's very similar to how I played as well. When I was playing against Wesley, you would have noticed that I was very slow in the 5-1, and then the 3-1 I was much quicker. Oh, t3, brutal move. Oh, ouch. And with that, I think the match is officially over. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I think the match is over. I think the match is over now. Do I see the market? I was aware of the market earlier. I haven't been looking at it lately. I know we for some reason tanked. I don't know why we tanked, but we tanked. Yeah, I don't know why we tanked, but we did. I'm eating my dumpling still. Isn't there Bishop G5? Very nice position for Alireza. 0 risk. And a game that's going to go for a long time. Probably C4 or Bishop G5. Alireza just gonna make a draw, but he's probably gonna make sure this game goes long. Maybe he'll make the game go longer, maybe he won't. I don't know. He'll either make the game go long or he'll take a draw very soon. Yeah, he takes a draw immediately. It was gonna be one of the two options. Okay, next game. I did beat Wesley in the SEC, yes. I play the winner of this match, so I'm going to play Alireza in the semis. Thank you, Cassia, for the 11-month resub. Thanks so much. I actually, looking at these games, I'm going to be honest, I like my chances against Alireza. He's been very shaky in this match. He's been very shaky. Apparently B4 is good. Weird move to me. Doesn't seem obvious at all. Yeah, knight G3 feels like a human move. You cut off F5 and you hit the pawn. Again, computer screaming for B4. Interesting. Magnus basically said he beat Alireza in EWC because Alireza was too slow, but that kind of proves the point of what I was saying before. When you, or not today, but I said it before, like the problem when you play Magnus is things that work against everybody else don't work against him. So like Alireza getting low on time and being very accurate works against almost everybody else. I didn't have a chance to play him in EWC in a long match, so like it's a little bit different. But generally the way that he played against Arjun was he got really, really low on time, but he was very, very precise. And he did that against everybody in EWC. But then when he played Magnus and he did it, Magnus was just too good. Basically, Magnus was too good. So the whole strategy of being super precise and getting low on time did not work. It didn't work. So like that's the problem, is like a lot of things that work against other people, suddenly they magically don't work against Magnus, which is why he's so hard to play against for everybody. I mean, it's really annoying. Seriously, it's like a lot of things that I do, they work against almost everybody else, but against Magnus they don't work. Same thing for Alireza. Be very precise, get low on time, works very, very well, except when he plays Magnus. Like it's the problem with playing Magnus. It's just it's a major issue. It's a major issue, and it's really, really annoying. It's really annoying because like if something works against like literally every other player pretty much, and then it doesn't work against one guy, it's like what the fridge. It's very, very tough. It's very frustrating. Like it's very frustrating. Okay, what do we have here? Probably 97 or no, 97 hangs the pawn. Why is this a blunder? I guess there's some queen e8. I still think Alireza is going to win this game, by the way. This knight is going to be arriving soon. Oh, there's actually queen f1, so maybe not. Queen f1? No, queen f1 maybe not so easy, actually. He's just in time here. Now rook f6 looks good. Will we see another Magnus in our lifetime? It's possible. It's possible. I mean, history would say that it's going to happen. I mean, I would assume that history isn't going to be wrong. On the other hand, the game of chess is changing so much that it's hard to judge. Like queen f6 is starting to look good for white. Like knight f4. Oh, wait, no, knight f4, there's rook f5. Never mind. Maybe rook g4? Trying to go knight f4, queen h8, rook g4. Yeah, rook g4, knight f4. I still think Alireza is somehow going to get this knight into the game and he's going to win. I don't know why, but I think he's going to win. History says that we'll have someone who dominates like Magnus, but in reality, I'm not so sure I believe that's going to happen just because the game of chess is changing. Like, the field is so level now versus the way it ever used to be. Yeah, see, now Alireza's got this knight going every which way. This knight is going both ways. Like, takes knight... Oh, takes there's rook f5 still. Like rook g4, knight I think Alireza is going to win this game. Just my prediction. Like queen g6, and now the knight gets over. And as soon as the knight's able to get over to one of these two squares, it's going to be GG. What are the odds? The odds should be getting much higher now. What are the odds? Yeah, 92 is about right. 92 is about right. Especially because Alireza is going to win this game, I think. It's going to be a 4-point lead. Mamacita. Here comes the knight again. What? What? I think from the match against Alireza, it's probably very close to 50-50. A lot is going to depend on the openings. If my openings are good, I think I'm probably a slight favorite. If my openings are not good, I'm probably a slight underdog. I think it really comes down to that. Because even when you look at the match we played last year in Paris, there were a couple of critical moments. There's like the third game early where I was winning with black and it ended in a draw, where if I'd won that, I would have been a +2. And then it's like middle of the 3-1, I think it was. Like I suddenly was playing this very bad variation of the in the Rui Lopez, and I just started getting bad position like 3-4 games in a row, which really hurt my chances. So I think a lot's going to depend on the openings. I don't think I'm an underdog if my openings are good. Whether my openings are good is a whole different question altogether. But I will say straight up, the openings I played against Wesley would not be good enough in a match. Would not be good enough. 100% would not be good enough. What do I think is going wrong with Noterbeck? I don't know. I mean, Noterbeck is a player who has great potential. He just feels like something's been wrong with Noterbeck. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him, but it just feels like something's wrong. Just gonna go queen d5, right? Yeah, I feel like something is wrong with Noterbeck. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we're talking about Noterbeck Abdustorov. Noterbeck Yakubov, of course, is still alive in the World Cup, but I just feel like something's wrong. It's felt like something's been wrong with him for quite a while. I don't really know what it is, but just the way he's playing, it feels like something's missing at the moment. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea like what I have no idea what's going on, but that would be what I would say. Maybe Noterbeck found a girlfriend. I don't know. Although Noterbeck Yakubov is married. He's like very young, isn't he? How old is Yakubov? Yeah, he's only 23, so maybe. I mean, I don't know how culture works or any of that other stuff. Like, don't ask me. I've got no idea. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. It's common for the region. Like I said, I don't know anything about the culture. I'm not gonna like say something like whatever. But I said it almost 6 months ago now. I think I said that I thought that Sindarov might be a better player than Abdusattorov. I thought that might be the case. No, I believe I play Alireza in the semis. No, wait, I play Alireza. I play Alireza in the semis, right? Someone's saying Alireza plays Magnus. I thought I played Alireza, but maybe I'm wrong, or maybe chat. I don't know who chat's wrong, right? I do play him. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Nepo's better here very slightly, but it's going to be a draw. Same number of pawns. There we go, another draw. You're right, you play Alireza. That's what I thought. Yeah. Can you please tell me why Lenier is not competing any of us to qualify? I'm not going to speculate on that. I believe that I know the reason, but it's not my place to say anything about Dominguez. He can say something if he wants to or not say something. It's not my place to say anything. So it's not my place to say anything. I'm pretty sure I know the reason, but I'm not. It's not my place. So yeah. Get knight h6 here. Board's glitching a little bit. Let me refresh it. Get knight g3. Takes. All pretty normal so far. Probably just castle here. Where did all my money go? I don't know. The market's selling off. I don't know why it's selling off, but it's selling off again. The only thing I would say about the market is I'm happy I made my buys for the whole year. About like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think I'm breaking even still in spite of this crash recently on my latest buys. So I'm just glad that I'm not buying any ETFs till 2026. And so the market goes down 10%. Like I'll just be scooping up stuff on the cheap in the new year. Just the ETFs, just very boring ETFs. Okay, probably C3 here. But what about AI makes not what makes it House of Cards, but why is it selling off when Nvidia's earnings were so good? Like Nvidia was like nearly 200 this morning. Like, so what exactly happened between their earnings report yesterday, their the conference call, and the Fed job numbers this morning? What happened after all three of those events that suddenly made people believe AI is a House of Cards? Oh, there's not gonna be. Oh, did the Fed say something about no rate cut? I mean, I still think the market's going to crash at some point. I just didn't think it was going to happen this quickly. I thought it would happen in 2026. But the jobs report should have scared people when the market opened, not now. I mean, the jobs report should have scared people then. By the way, back to chess, because that's what we're here for. Okay, queen b6. Something bad's going to happen in Nepo's king here on the queen side. This is kind of going downhill very quickly. Yeah. Like the jobs report came out an hour before the open, and we're up 2% for at least the first half hour. So like it's not like suddenly people are just like, oh wow, the suddenly everything's bad. Knight a3, knight c2 is a draw here for black. Computer doesn't want it, but we'll see what we get. Okay, probably rook g2 to guard the juicer on b2. That's what I would play. Oh, bishop b2 and a3, queen b3 maybe. It's getting ugly for Nepo again. Great knight, great bishop. Rook's on open 5. That's getting ugly. Knight e6 apparently the best move. Ooh, hard move to play. Alireza found a different gear. He switched to the Caro Kann, and Nepo has not been reacting well to this opening in the 3-1 portion. I mean, rook f7, rook c7 looks really, really bad with a double stack. I mean, look at all these pieces here. Everything's coming home. It's coming home for Alireza. Rook c7 with the double stack. A3. Ugly, ugly, ugly. I mean, A3. Oh, white can take here? And GG. GG. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Nepo's in the 3-1. Nepo hasn't adjusted the Hikaru Khan at all. Rook c1's GG. All Rook c1's still GG because you win the knight. No, basically what's happened is Nepo, Alireza. I mean, I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just like this isn't by design or anything. But what's happened here is Alireza shifted from playing e5 on move 1 to playing the Hikaru Khan every game. And in 3+1, Nepo has struggled mightily with the time usage and the positions, whereas in 5-1 he probably would have been fine. So it's like it's a matter of the time control that's really killing Nepo. It's like Alireza played 1 in the 5-1, now he's switching to the other in 3-1, and it's really, really tough to deal with. Do I know why Alireza is skipping every turn with his teammate? I don't know. I don't know. Alireza is the best Hikaru Khan player in the world. Actually, I don't believe that's true. There's a certain guy by the name of Magnus Carlsen. Trump is busy having private time with Ronaldo. That's a joke, right? That's a joke. Someone said that earlier, so I thought that was a joke then. I don't know if that's still a joke. It's not a... Wait, I gotta check that out. Why is Ronaldo at the White House? What the heck? Okay. Let's get back to the game. Let me refresh. Okay, we'll get takes. 95. All right. I mean, Magnus is obviously the best Hikaru Khan player in the world. Gukesh actually isn't bad either, but anyway, yeah. I'm shaking my head because like I just can't believe this. I can't believe we live in such a world. Okay, let's see what we got. H3. At some point, we're gonna get King E7 here. Nepo is trying to create this pawn function with the knight at the forefront. It's probably not terrible, but it's not great. King E7, of course, he's got to play Le Bon Cloud and guard the pawn. If you don't go King E7, I mean, you might as well resign because Knight F7, there's gonna be Bishop G4, like, or Bishop C4. Like, come on, what is Knight F7? To be fair, Nepo is tilted at this point. To be fair, I mean, what is this? Like, the whole point of the pawn now, there's gonna be like Queen B3, maybe like Knight E2, Knight D4. I mean, like Knight E2, Knight D4, maybe. Okay, still Knight E2, Knight D4. Yeah, I mean, it's still terrible. I mean, Nepo is probably tilted, to be fair, so like it's hard to be super critical because I think he knows he's gonna lose the match, but still. Probably just like C3 to reinforce all the points here. I feel like Alireza is also kind of losing his focus a little bit at this point in the match because like he knows he's gonna win, and it's just kind of like whatever at this point is my view. Is there a fly or something? Yeah, I think at this point Alireza is also kind of starting to zone out a little bit because he's up by 5. It's really hard to see any world where he doesn't win this match. Bishop E2, I guess. Yeah, basically I am saying Alireza is a little bit bored here. Probably Knight D4 back. Maybe Bishop F7 here, maybe Knight 6. I don't know what. By the way, to answer that question, I don't know why Alireza is not playing tournaments. Isn't there Knight F5? What is D? Well, come on. What is D5? Nepo just missed knight f5. I mean, oh my gosh. What is d5? I mean, geez, play bishop g6 and then d5 at least. I guess he's trying to win on time. I think he's trying to win this game on time. Funny thing is, Alireza is still being a little bit imprecise, so he's not like losing. But now you get the bishop on the diagonal, I guess. But yeah, it feels like at this point he's just trying to win every game on time and just like it's just like pray that it works out. I was gonna say knight b3 looked better, but how will Alireza make the candidates? He won't make the candidates. He didn't try to qualify beyond the Grand Swiss. He played the Grand Swiss, but he did not play anything else. Knight c6, rook a4. There's still no tricks for black here. Imagine Magnus plays some Norway event to reach 40 games, would be the troll of the century. Magnus is not going to do that for one reason specifically. Even if there's some like weird agreement between Norway chess and FIDE regarding this total championship stuff, Magnus does not like FIDE at all. And like it doesn't matter what he thinks of players. He's not going to do anything that potentially puts him at the mercy of FIDE. Knight f5, good game. Knight f5. Oh wow, he misses knight f5. There would have been a blow up from Nepo if Alireza had played knight f5 there. There would have been a blow up there, and Nepo would have been shaking his head very severely if knight f5 had been played. I mean, rook d e5 maybe. Still just a draw though. Rook d1. Nepo might win this game actually. Not Nepo, sorry. Alireza might win this game. Like he might win this game because if he gets his rook in from behind, he's gonna win this. Yeah, if he gets his rook in behind, like rook e8, rook g. Okay, Nepo plays rook e5 and it'll be a draw. Trade off the rooks, move the king back and forth. Actually, this way, not that way, because that would hang this. Yeah, it's just a draw. It's just a draw. Okay. Still a draw. You still have no entry. The knight covers the squares. You just keep waiting. Yeah, it's just a draw. Yeah. Okay, is there going to be another game? No, they're on a break. Yeah, this match has really gotten away from Nepo. Nepo's probably on the 6-minute break. If he gets up, he's going to go probably study a little bit as Hikaru Khan and have some idea. But I bet Alireza is going to switch back to e5 now and not play the same opening. It's gonna be like last time, probably. By the way, what's going on with the markets now? Suddenly the Nasdaq is barely red again. Tesla's up again. I don't understand the market today. Yeah, the games are getting sloppy because both players know the result is not in doubt. So once you know the result's not in doubt, it's like ugh, you know, what's the point, kind of. I'm tempted to buy some zero day. If I were actually not busy streaming today, I probably would be buying zero day to expiration calls right now. But anyway, all right. Is this financial advice? No, it's not financial advice, but thanks for asking. No, you guys don't want to know what a 0-day call is. Stay away from all that stuff. Stay away from it. Although I saw something funny, speaking of casual retail investors, apparently Robinhood is going to be allowing short selling, I think, which is very, 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 very dangerous. Very dangerous. I mean, very dangerous. Like, very dangerous. The score is currently, Alireza is up by a score of 10-5. 10-5. Like, so many people are going to go bankrupt if they allow that to happen. So many casual people are going to go bankrupt. It's not even funny. No. Anyway. Okay, so it's a 5-point lead. We're on the break. They're going to play more. For everybody who's just tuning in, I'm going to be covering this. We're going to have some content, and then we're going to be playing the afternoon titled Thursday. So that's what we'll be doing. Yeah, I mean, most people that whenever I talk about stuff on the stream, like for 99% of people, just buy index funds, buy the market, dollar cost average, buy like once a month, just buy a certain amount, like $100, whatever it is, and just chill. Do that for 20 years. You'll be happy. Your family will be happy. You won't have any stress in your life, and it'll all be good. I said market, so like the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. What's a margin call? Margin calls are not fun. It's funny, I actually had a margin call some years back during a chess tournament I was playing because Fidelity didn't correctly update something. So it was saying I had a margin call for like $5 million. It was wrong and it got sorted out, but I still had to call them because it was kind of scary. But anyway, all right, so yeah. Okay. So no, it happened because I had calls that expired in the money that it didn't convert into shares versus shares. That's why it happened. Anyway, it was like just a position where I was like, it's where I had it's where I had sold short shares against some calls, and the calls didn't convert within a certain period of time overnight on the Saturday, so then it like sent you this big margin call. Anyway, okay, waiting for the next game to begin. I mean, I could explain it to you in straight up terms. So it's like you have both sides of a trade. You have both sides of the trade, and then like the options don't turn into the shares. Though of course they do eventually get sorted out, but it's still scary to see. It's only a matter of time before you become a billionaire. Everything you do for chess spectacular. I don't know about that, you guys. I was very sad because I thought I was going to become a billionaire last week when I bought my tickets for Mega Millions, but unfortunately someone in Georgia won for whatever reason and I didn't win. So I was very disappointed when I didn't become a billionaire last week, but hey, that's life. Can't always win the lottery. So anyway, all right, so next game should be starting in about a minute. We'll go from there. Yeah, World Cup recap. I haven't been doing recaps that much, but this is the match clock. This is the let's run our ads for 6 minutes and try to pretend that we're making money on Twitch by chess.com. That's what it's about. I still buy lotto tickets only when it's a lot of money. Only when the lottery is like around $1 billion do I play it. Otherwise, I don't play it. Why do you play the lottery? Because it's fun, and usually it isn't at $1 billion. I only play it when it's $1 billion. Like, is Powerball over $1 billion yet again or not? Did someone win last week or not? Estimated jackpot 629 million. Still not enough for me to play. If nobody wins on Saturday, it's probably gonna be like 800. So probably by the end of next week, if nobody's won Powerball, then I'll play it. Oh. Anyway, I never do a lot though. I like for Mega Millions, I bought $20 worth, which was like 4 tickets. I just bought like $20 worth, which was four tickets. Like I'm never gonna go and like be a lunatic and buy like $1,000 and literally have this like ridiculously long line of tickets. Like be serious. Yeah. Like. I assume there's a rule, right? Is there a rule against, like, there's got to be a rule, right, against Elon doing it? No, because Elon could play it and win, because your odds are 1 in 192 million, right? So you only need to put in 109. There are 192 million combinations, right? So if it gets to $1 billion, why doesn't Elon Musk just literally buy literally the 192 million combinations and win? Or do I have the odds wrong? Like, there must be some rule against that, because otherwise Elon or Bill Gates or all those guys, like, as soon as it gets up to that, you could play. Oh, because you could have to split it with someone? Because you could have to split it. I don't know how many combinations. How many combinations are there? You're saying, so basically like if one or two other people do it, yeah. I have the odds wrong. Okay, I thought it was 1 in 192 million, meaning you need to buy 192 million combinations. But anyway, whatever. So anyway, whatever. But yeah, that's just answering the question for someone who's saying that. If it's over $1 billion, I'll like play. I'll buy like 2 or 3 tickets and just have fun. But otherwise, I don't waste my time on it. It's stupid. Anyway. All right. The next game should be starting. Where is it? Have they started? Where's the next game? I don't see it. Let me refresh. Where's the next game? I don't see it. I don't see it yet. What's on the wall next to Jan? I don't know what's on the wall. I have no idea what that is on the wall. No idea. Okay, here we go. Next game. Last chance for Jan to do something. If Jan can win this game, there's a chance. There are famous examples of hedge funds gaming lotteries by buying millions of tickets when the odds were favorable. Yeah, I mean, probably there's some amount, like it probably if it gets like 1.7 to 2 billion, I'm guessing it's worth it if you think that you're only going to split it with one other person potentially. Okay, we got the same line. We got this exact same line. So let's see. Did Nepo prepare on the break or not? Did Nepo prepare on the break for this line or not? Plays F4. Okay. F5 or not. Yeah, Nepo did not prepare. Never mind. Okay, Nepo didn't prepare on the break. He's already worse. He didn't prepare. Yeah, just see. Yeah, I mean, I thought Nepo would have prepared on the break. He didn't prepare. He doesn't know what he's doing. He did not prepare on the break. He's just winging it, which means he's not going to have something good against Hikaru Khan in the remaining 20 minutes, and he's not going to. It's not even going to be a close finish in this match. It's not going to be a close finish. So, anyway, where were we? Okay. Alireza's got a juicy pony on F5. He's got a pin. Ugly position here. Like B4, bishop B6. Easy development for black in a 3+1 game. Is a great position, even if objectively white was better. Oh, now B4 you can even sack, can't you? You can even sack. Rook H3, Rook C8. Watch Alireza sack. I want to see the expression from Jan after takes. Yep. There comes the sack as expected. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's not happy. It's a very obvious sack. I mean, if Nepo can, I mean, Nepo might win the bullet just because he's down by so much that Alireza might not care at all. But like if this match were close, Nepo would not do well in the bullet. I do think Nepo will do well in the bullet just because I think Alireza knows it's over and he's not going to be super serious. We'll see. Do I think the 4 million goal by the Charlotte Chess Club is too ambitious? I thought they were trying to raise 3 million. Did it become 4 million? I thought Charlotte was trying to raise 3 million for the Daniel Naroditsky fund, which by the way I did donate to, for anybody who's wondering. They upped it. I saw 3 million. It was 3 million when I initially heard about it. Maybe they changed it to 4. Oh, we got a blunder maybe. Rook b8 or rook a7. Apparently rook a7 was winning. I don't know why. Why was rook a7 winning? I don't understand. Oh, because you can do something weird? Okay. F5 is also apparently a good move. I don't understand why. Wait, what? Yeah, F5 is such an impossible move to play there. Yeah, this game again, I think if Alireza finds a couple good moves, he's gonna probably win. Maybe not anymore now, but computers are stupid. The lines they mention are just absurd sometimes. So like bishop d7 probably clankers be smart. Clankers be smart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All the computer lines here are so ridiculous. Like even knight f3 is not a move that I would ever really think about. Like bishop d4 is a very obvious human move. Loser of this match, I think, gets a couple $1,000 maybe. I mean, I got $11,000, so I'm guessing loser gets like 3,000 maybe. Yeah, Alireza is at 99% now. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys, this is actually one of the reasons I don't think you should have betting in chess. I think chess is too predictable in general. So like for everybody who's, if anybody bought at 75 cents when the match began, congratulations. You're gonna make 33% return. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, chess is too predictable. Chess is too predictable, actually. It's why you shouldn't have betting on it. It's too predictable. It's too predictable. I mean, I'm obviously not allowed to. I mean, I don't even know if there are rules on that. I presume I'm not allowed to. Like, I assume that's just illegal. But chess hasn't really ever had betting, and I don't think they even have like rules in place. Like FIDE probably doesn't have any rules in place. But regardless, like, I think chess. I do think that chess is too predictable. Too predictable. Yeah, 75-25 was just wrong at the start. Just wrong. And here I think Alireza, yeah, Alireza's just gonna move instantly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, game's a draw. Next game coming. Nepo is sleeping? Maybe. I mean, Nepo is not happy about this. You can tell. But to be fair, the World Cup, many upsets were happening. Also, last one. World Cup is probably the one event that I would not be betting on if I were a casual chess fan. The reason for that would be it's the one event where there's huge variance because it's a best of two in a slow format where it doesn't continue with the same time control. You go to rapid and blitz. Everything changes. But I would say in general, like if you look at the EWC or if you look at ratings, especially as it pertains to blitz. If you look at EWC, you look at a lot of these things. Who finishes at the top of the EWC and the SCC? It tends to be Alireza, Magnus, and myself. And we are the top 3 rated Blitz players in the world. So I do, and same thing happened to EWC as well, by the way. So I do think that in Blitz it's very predictable. Very predictable. And of course, online especially, it's like, I don't think there's any doubt of who the who's going to be there at the end. In 1-1, I don't know. I don't know who the favorite is. Also, you're right. In these formats, there are a lot of games played, so the quality of the player should show more than it's going to show in a best of 2. You're absolutely right about that. I think Hans is the favorite. I don't know what the odds are. I can check the odds. Let's go back. Let me type speed chess. What are the odds currently? Wait, there's the order book. Wait, I don't want to see the order book. Wait, why can't I see the names? The names aren't showing up here. Oh, it shows top holders. That's interesting. Socialista. This... Okay. This is kind of funny to look at. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the game. Wow, this guy's bet a lot. Recursive Dragon. 428,000 in volume. $8,000 in profit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I think what it's saying here is it's saying that Lazovic's odds are... Lazovic is... I don't know why it's not showing it correctly. The other one has showed it correctly, like... It's not it's just showing order book. So it's saying Hans, I believe, it's saying Hans is a 2-1 favorite. Someone had 12 million in volume. Which guy? Forsen has 13 million. What? Do not. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do not gamble. You will lose. Why is Forsen betting 13 million on Polymarket? What's wrong? Oh my god. Oh my god. Forsen has 178,000 in profit though. Oh my god. Okay, let's go back to the chess. Okay, Nepo's gonna finally win a game, but that's too good. I'm sorry, that's too good. That's too good. I'm sorry, that's really, really funny. Of course, in a -3 position, Nepo misses the win. I guess King H7 is not obvious, but Rook H1 is apparently a mistake. Yeah, Queen E1's the only good move. There's no way he's going to play Queen E1, I don't think. Actually, you kind of have to, because Queen E8 threatens to win the game also. Actually, you kind of have to go Queen E1. There's like no other move, so this check. Yeah. Well, look at the markets predict. No, because like obviously I can't bet on it, and secondly, like I don't want to put random thoughts in my head. Just a draw, of course. Okay, one more game to go for the road. This is a little bit boring. I thought it was going to be closer, at least until bullet, but it's not very exciting. But congrats to all the people who did bet on Alireza when he was 75% before the match. Big congrats to all the people who bet. Yeah. So, all right. Market tanking again. We were rallying. What? We're down again? Where are we at? Oh, now we're down 1% again. Lovely. Strange. Yeah, strange. Google's still up though. It's apparently very good for white. Problem is it's just out of control. 0 DT with calls. Depends where I would have bought them. I think there's when the market was rallying that I said that though, right? Yeah. I know Buffett bought Google. I know that. That's why when we did our tip ranks portfolio a while back, I mentioned Google's being a great option. It's happened a couple times. There's some random stock I'm looking at closely, and then like randomly something comes out and Buffett buys it. And it's very annoying because then it immediately spikes before you can get in. Like Ulta was another one I looked at not so long ago, where it's like I looked at Ulta and it's like I was interested in it, and then what happens? Berkshire buys it, goes up like 10% immediately, and the opportunity is like, ugh. Okay, what's going on here? Let's see what Alireza does. D4, there's queen a4 check with the classic 90-degree right triangle. Play knight f6, probably still queen a4. This looks very bad. Alireza is going to lose this game with a 4-point cushion going to bullet. There's pretty much no way for him to not win. But yeah, crypto crashing is really bad because Robinhood is getting absolutely obliterated. Robinhood is down 8% today. Wow. Jeez. How much of a correction do you expect from this market? What are we down? I don't know how far we're down now if you include today. We're down, what, like 6% from the highs? We got queen a4 check. And then after that, I don't know what we'll get. Knight B or knight. Wait, what? Knight G4? Queen B7, King D8, Knight A7, Rook C2. Knight C6, you have Queen B6, Queen E3, maybe. Wait, takes. And Rook C7, and this is just a draw. Okay, Bishop B4. Wow. Okay, more blunders. Okay. This will be the last game, I think. Maybe. Oh, man. This has been a rough match for Nepo. Really a rough match. If he finds Queen E1, Queen B3, he'll win this game. But I think Nepo's so tilted that I find it hard to believe that he'll play it. Maybe he will find it though, because now it's like Queen B3 or Queen F3. That's it. He does find it now, so he probably wins the game. He probably wins now. I think. Probably he wins this game. Assuming no 3 on Thanksgiving next week, why would chess.com not hold it? They would obviously hold the event. Yeah, Nepo's gonna win this game. So I think there's gonna be one more game. Yeah, Queen A3, of course. I mean, he's got to play Queen A3, like. Yeah, he does play it, as expected. Bishop c5, of course. Queen c3, rook c1. Both moves look good. Do I invest in crypto? I have some crypto, but yeah, just bishop c3. Alireza is Alireza going to try to make this? He's going to try to drag this out, I assume. Like rook g1's pretty good, but he won't be able to get this out. There's still a minute left. Okay, so it's back to 4. One more game of the final of the 3+1. Did I see the BC tweet of 41k? I don't think Bitcoin's going to go to 41k. If it goes to 41k, like there's going to be a real recession, because far too many people, far too many retail people have Bitcoin. Like it can't happen. It cannot happen. There'll be like a riot if that happens. Okay, Alireza has a good position this game. Satoshi can't sell his Bitcoin because Satoshi isn't alive anymore. Let's see what Alireza plays here. It's either maybe knight c4 is good, maybe just queen c7. I feel like black's kind of not. It's a queen c7 is apparently. Oh, queen 7 knight d8 is kind of weird, but we'll see. And knight c4 logical. Probably rook b8. b8 hits the pawn on b2. Okay, queen d7 also kind of okay. Knight g3, and now what? Now knight f5. Ugh. I still would have played rook b8 there to hit the pawn. The queen d5 maybe? Actually, what's wrong? The queen d5, rook c8, queen c4, knight d4. Some tricks. Some tricks. Okay, but now white's better. White's better because there's a weak pawn in the endgame on e4 on c4. Rook d2. Guard the pawn. Looks very pleasant. Maybe rook d7. Rook d7 maybe also move to go rook c7. Yeah, rook d7 may be a strong move here. Let's see if Alireza finds it. Computer wants king f3, which is kind of wild. I like rook d. Why is rook d7 bad? It's not bad. It's still good for white. He does play it. Yeah, it's a good move. Yeah, it's just great. I mean, rook c7. 7 knight d8 maybe. Okay, 7 knight f5 looming as well. Disaster. Actual disaster. Yeah, it's just disaster. Rook a7. That's just huge disaster. Rook a7. Rook d7 also good enough, but now there's knight c6 and maybe you can pretend. Knight c6 and you try to pretend, I guess. Oh, market's selling off again. Yay, big yay. Okay, knight c6, rook d6. Yeah, it's over. It's gonna be back to 5 games. Bishop c5. Oh man, bishop c5, king 8, rook b7, knight d6. Ay ay ay. Rook b7. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Bishop e3, bishop f8, bishop anywhere. You move the bishop free the square. GG. It doesn't matter. Anywhere, literally. Even king e4 is good enough. Yeah. I mean, just a disaster. Yeah. A lot of retail people trade Bitcoin with leverage, then they're stupid. Trading with leverage is very, very stupid. Very stupid. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna take a short break. Go use the restroom. come back with the final portion of this match and keep rolling. So give me 1 second. How do you qualify for that CSC? I want to see Edie's Guru. I'm not sure how he'll make it, but one day he'll make it. One day he will make it. What the heck is going on in the market? Jeez, still turning red. Okay, more Karo Khans here. So we got, okay, all pretty normal. Bishop c4, knight h5, both playable. Actually, this is bullet. Sorry, it's not blitz. So why am I like, I'm going like, wow, what are these moves? But this is bullet, so of course they're gonna be blunders. Okay. Here comes a sack, but it doesn't do much. Okay. Wait, bishop f6 takes. There's a pin. No, bishop f6. Bishop takes f6. Wait, why is Nepo not moving? Huh? What? Oh, come on. What is bishop a6? Did Nepo not realize that the knight is pinned? I mean, come on. What is this? What is bishop a6? Yeah, what is bishop a6? I mean, spend 20 seconds to play bishop a6. Aye, aye, aye. Like queen h6 probably with the check. This is fine. Actually, no, apparently this is wrong. Why is this wrong? 94 or something? Probably just take the pawn, but queen g6 makes a lot of sense too. Rook g8. Okay. f3 and king f2. Pretty obvious it's the only move. Okay, c4. c5. This is what I said. I had a feeling this might happen, by the way. I had a feeling that since this is the bullet portion, Alireza might make some serious... 94 here. 94. 94 and bishop b3, knight c5 is just winning. Maybe check? Check in 94 again? Or he's just going to go for this one. Bishop d2. He should win this. Knight d3. Knight c5. Yeah, this is what I said. I thought this might happen. Where basically, because the match is kind of over, Alireza just kind of like becomes very whatever, who cares. Knight b4. Yeah. Tricky. Gotta move. Okay, just sacks the rook. I mean, what is knight f4? You just push your p. G6? G6 maybe? What is Nepo doing? What is that? What is that? Now Alireza is gonna play 50 moves here. Nepo is not happy. I think Nepo's gonna run his clock down to like 5 seconds here. He's not happy about this either. Oh, if he runs his timeout as a draw? Oh man. Oh man. He's not amused. He is not amused at all. Sorry, we got more moves. I don't know why it's not updating. Let's refresh. Yeah, he's not amused. Yeah, he's not amused. Ba-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum. I assume bishop c5. Do. Great position for white, by the way. Bishop h3 here. Rook e1 and bishop h3. I don't think Nepo's going to survive long. Disaster time. Like, takes, knight c5, knight e4. Bishop g7, rook g8. Queen g5, maybe? Is there queen g5? There is, and he finds it. Brutal. Yeah, rook f7 incoming now. Good game. Like, knight f4, rook e1. I think Nepo's just not into it at this point because the match is over. Like, I've said it before, this is the problem with the speed chess format, is that when someone's getting blown off the board, they should be able to just quit the match because it's like the match is over. There's nothing left to play for. Like, everybody knows the result. Like, why should you have to suffer for an extra half hour? Nice. And checkmate on e8. Ooh. I think Nepo might actually run it down here too, by the way. No, he's not. He's just going to resign. Okay. I thought he might actually flag on purpose there again. Why does it keep like... Why do I keep needing to refresh to get the game? Moves aren't incoming. What's going on? Let me refresh. Okay, now it's good. There we go. Nepo just wants his 3K and to shut his computer down? Probably. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that, like, I'm feeling much better about my chances, not gonna lie, based on what I've seen today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking my chances much more. Nepo's just had a bad year in general, though. He just had a bad year in general. This move makes no sense. There's just bishop f6. I mean, you can go bishop c4, but yeah, you've got to go bishop c4 and hope for some kind of miracle. But I don't see it after bishop f6. Takes bishop f6. I don't see the miracle. Oh, wait, sorry. There's a queen on a5. What am I talking about? Never mind. Don't you think that's what Alireza thought after my match against Wesley? Maybe, although I didn't play real openings against Wesley, to be fair. Like, I really did not even bother trying to play real openings. Whereas Alireza has played real openings. He's played the Hikaru Khan. He's played e4, e5. What else has he played? He's played the Hikaru Khan. He's played e4, e5. Has he played Cillian? I don't think he's played Cillian. I mean, you honestly could say that both of us aren't super serious in our matches this week, too. Why do you use real openings in such an important match? Because it's not an important match. That's why. I mean, Magnus wasn't using real openings against Fabi either. You saw Magnus play that line in the Sicilian where he kept blundering he kept playing this e5 blunder in the opening like 4 times in a row and got away with it until the final game. Wesley was using real openings. He was using his best open. Oh my. Ay. Yeah. It's funny, Wesley's had chance in this match. I said Wesley, sorry, I meant Jan. Jan's had chance in this match. Even though he hasn't played very well, he's had chance in this match. I mean, this is what my match against Wesley would have been if I had won that game with the Bishop and Knight. When I was up 4 points and I blundered in that Bishop versus Knight endgame, if I had won that game, I would have been up by 5, and that match would have looked a lot like this match. It would have looked a lot like this match, because the Speed Chess Championship, a lot of it is about the flow of the ebbs and flows and the momentum. Yeah, this is GG also C7, G4, like. Yeah, I mean, yeah. My odds against Alireza, I think it's probably close to 50-50. I think a lot about what matters is the openings. Like I said, if I get good positions, of course, here we go with the glitching again. If I get good positions out of the opening, or not good positions, but if I play real openings and I'm not worse every game by move 10, with white specifically, I like my chances. I think I'm a slight favorite if I play good openings and I'm not like losing every game or under pressure out of the gate. And if I am under pressure, I'm probably the underdog by a big margin. That's probably just a straight up fair value, what I would say. Okay, more moves. Of course, chess.com's not loading it in real time. No, I mean, chess.com's glitching. Okay, now it's working. I guess moves are coming too fast. I mean, the big reason I lost the match to Alireza last year is because there was some point in the middle when it was very, very close. And then I just started getting punished every time in this one specific line in the Rui Lopez. And like there was like 3 or 4 games in a row with black where I was under massive pressure. I don't know if I lost every single one of them, but I was under a lot of pressure when I played this Bishop C5 Spanish. And that's where the match fell apart for me. How are you the favorite? Because it's not straight up bullet, that's why. I mean, I should be better than Alireza in 5-1 and 3-1. I should be. If I get decent positions out of the opening. If I don't get decent positions out of the opening, then it's going to be a long match for me. Oh my, oh my. But if I try to half something it, Rook F6, GG. Wow, he doesn't play Rook F6. Yeah, I mean, Nepo's just out of it. Just out of it completely at this point. Both players are kind of out of it, honestly. Neither one of them wants to do anything exciting here. Nepo should probably win this game, but yeah. A treasure. Treasure. You. I think in general, what I would say about the SEC though, what I would say about the SEC is I feel like the format, there is a problem with the format because I think the format is such that it has there's too much bullet in it. And the problem with bullet is it's the one time control where there's a very, very big discrepancy. There's a very, very big discrepancy in the quality of play. Like not in bullet, not everybody is close to within like 20 or 30 rating points to put it in plain English. I feel like in bullet there are like 100, 200 point gaps in a way that doesn't exist in like the 3-1 or the 5-1 portion. Like yes, someone can run away with it, but the big problem I think with the format is in bullet there's a big discrepancy, a big imbalance in how good players are, and some people are much, much better than others. And I think that's the reason why when I look at the SEC, there are literally only 3 players, I think, who can win the SEC. And I think those 3 players are Magnus, myself, or Alireza. I don't think anybody else can win. Because I think at Bullet, if it's a close match and it matters, we're the 3 best by a very, very, very big margin. In Bullet specifically. I'm not talking about 5-1 or 3-1, but in Bullet specifically. I think that's actually to me like that I think is a problem with the format in my view. Hans is fine in bullet, but I'm just saying, so like, oh man, Queen H3. So like, I'll give you an example. If you think about bullet, let's just assume that in blitz, the differential, I don't know, but like if I'm playing well, let's say I'm playing well, Alireza is playing well, Magus is playing well. The difference between the three of us, I'm gonna say, give or take, is at most 25 to 50 points at most. In bullet, the gap between us and everybody else is probably like, if we're playing well, is like 100 to 200 rating points. So it's not even really close is the problem. Okay, now the moves aren't coming in because chess.com is glitching. Let's refresh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's just Nepo's thrown in the towel. He's, yeah. Subpar and bowling against Wesley. Wesley was, I was playing bad openings, and Wesley was able to just play too many natural moves at the start. Laquan was because I partially tilted, but also I thought the match was over, and it was important. It's a very important thing for me as far as SEC goes to remember that in future matches, because in the Laquan match I was up by like 5 or 6. I'm like, it's just all over, nothing to worry about. And so I kind of wasn't really, I just wasn't locked in for the bullet. And Laquan played well too. He also played well in the bullet, to be fair. But I think a large part was I was just like, kind of whatever, the match is over, who cares, there's nothing to play it for, blah blah blah, la-di-da-di-da. Nepo actually completely fine again in this game, but now you just lose because the knight's on d4 and the pawns are guarded on the queen side. Yeah, here comes the rook. Yeah, I mean, disaster. Oh no, maybe it's gonna be a draw. It'll be a draw. Is Alireza gonna actually do something again though? Huh. Wait, is king e2 a move here? Wait, king e2? Rook b1, rook b8 is a draw. Nepo's not going to find it, is he? He does find it, okay. I think Alireza is going to play this out, by the way. Okay, Alireza gives him the draw. I thought Alireza might just drag that out to make sure there are no more games, but Alireza does give him the draw. Why are the moves not coming in? Why do I keep refreshing like 20 times? Now it works. Okay, sounds off. I don't know what's going on. No, I mean, he doesn't need to stall it out. I thought he might do it because he played some like night end games, which he stalled out a little bit too before. So I thought he might do it, but I don't know why the sound's not working, but yeah. I think chess.com should allow players to quit the match. I think there should just be a way to just quit the match. Be like, whatever, who cares? This format would be better without bullet. It might be better without bullet, actually. It might be better without bullet. Maybe it's something I click something. Yeah. Still a draw. Opposite color bishops. Yeah, it's just a draw. Is this a bishop g3 though? Bishop g3, and now you lock the... Yeah, it's an easy draw. Yeah, put the king on a7 and the king side's locked. Yeah. Oh, with again, here we go. The moves aren't coming in. Let me refresh. There we go. Okay. I will play the 3-0, yes. Alireza could not have beaten Nepo with a record-breaking score because the record-breaking score is disgusting by Magnus. Didn't Magnus beat Fabi by a score of like 28-4 or something like really gross? So no matter how hard Alireza tries, nobody's touching. Or it's 22-4. Like it's 22-4. I mean, it was really bad. Like Alireza could not catch that score. In fact, no one's ever going to catch that score, by the way. No, I mean 22-4 at 22-4, and to make matters worse, Magnus did not lose a single game in the entire match. Magnus did not lose a single game in the entire match to Fabiano. In 5-1, 3-1, Bullet did not lose a single game. Did not lose a single game. Like really gross. Yeah, really gross. Like, I mean, just truly disgusting. I mean, it'd be a huge score against anybody, but to do that to Fabiano, it's like, yeah. Yeah, like... Will I play any OTB events in 2026 at all before the candidates? I'm going to be playing, of course, in the Speed Chess Championship, which is on a computer. I mean, I think it's on a computer. If we play on a board, I'd be shocked. So assuming that we play on a regular chessboard, G5 only moved, by the way, but assuming we play on a regular chessboard or online, the only tournament we're playing over the board is going to be the freestyle event in February. So freestyle will be playing right after London. That's going to be the only event that I play over the board before the candidates. Magnus also did Alireza in the SEC final, 23.5, 7.5. I mean, what can I say? Like, Magnus is he's just annoying. Yeah, he's just annoying. Cyprus is the candidate. Someone asked specifically besides the candidates. So, yeah. Oh. So, okay, there we go. That's another win. Do. Is there G4 here? He's going to try it. It doesn't actually work, but he's going to try it anyway. I mean, Nepo won a couple of games earlier, didn't he? Nepo won like 2 or 3 games earlier. He's had at least 3 or 4 other games where he's winning that he's messed up, but still, the problem is the match has just been over for a long time. G5 puts this bishop in jail, but there still is like queen b6 here. I thought queen b6 was much better, but now it looks like, yeah, I mean, Nepo is better. I don't necessarily expect him to win this game, but rook f3, queen d7. Yeah, now there's queen g4, and suddenly everything's getting messy. Rook f4 is the only move to hold. Still winning for white, but very, very hard to play in a bullet game because there's so many tricks now. So many problems every which way. Even h6 is a threat to loosen the structure. Yeah, queen g4 and rook e4. Yeah. Poor Nepo in a way. This is sad. Queen e3 maybe? Queen e3, queen h4, rook h3. Might be just be a draw. I think we're gonna get a draw here. Yeah, I think we'll get another draw. Yeah, we're gonna get. I'd be shocked if Alireza doesn't just time is out. Like, who cares? Yeah, yeah. I mean, nobody. No, this match has been over for like literally the last like 30 minutes. So not shocking they draw the game. Clean win for Alireza overall. He was in a moment of difficulty when he was up like 2 in the middle of this match, but ultimately Alireza just dominates it, especially when it gets to bullet. Nepo had no chance, so he wins by a score of 19-9. So that's going to do it for the Speed Chess Championship. How long before Nepo's cam is off? Not long at all. Not long at all, you guys. Not long at all. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? Yeah. That was pretty fast. Yeah. Now 75 minutes of hyperbole. No. No way. Yeah, no way. No way. No way. Okay, one second. Let me adjust this. Yeah. Okay, so let me remove this as well. Okay. What were you guys gonna ask? You were asking me a question. I'm not gonna watch the interview. No, I'm not gonna watch the interview. Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, congrats, you guys. Congrats. For those of you guys who got in at the start at 75 cents, which I thought was too low. You just look at the 6 hour. I mean, I thought 75 cents was too low. It was too low. 75 cents was too low. It was too low. Too low. I mean, Alireza was better than 75% at the start. Like he should have started at about 80 and then progressively gone up as the match kept going. But 75 was way too low. He should have been hired. Hikaru, you're pickified. I don't know what that means. But yeah. Look at the odds of me versus Alireza. I think my match against Alireza is basically 50-50. Let's see if they have the market up yet. Let's see. They don't have it up yet. You mean this market, the winner? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Magnus. Basically, I'll tell you if you want to know if you want to know my if you want to know my honest take on this, these odds are bad. These odds are bad, and I'll tell you why. Because the truth of the matter is, the best chances are for me to play Magnus. If I play Magnus in the final, I have a chance to beat Magnus. I do not think Alireza has a chance to beat Magnus in the final, because Alireza, when he plays Magnus, has been really, really ugly. So I think Magnus should be higher, because there's only, if you think about it realistically, of the remaining players, there's me, there's Alireza, and let's just assume Hans wins. I don't care if it's Hans or Lazovic. Let's assume either one of them wins. Magnus almost certainly is going to be a huge favorite, like 80% plus there, meaning that there's only one matchup where Magnus will not necessarily, where someone can potentially beat him. And the other matchup, he's going to win, like, again, be an 85-90% favorite. And it's not to say that Alireza isn't very good, but I think that when Alireza plays Magnus, the moment something goes wrong, he just mentally collapses. So I think these odds are actually wrong here, objectively. I think these odds are wrong, is my view. Like, I think Magnus should be more like 70%, not 60%. Just because I think there's only one person left in the tournament who can make it a match against him and potentially beat him. And I don't think anybody else can, is my view. So we'll see if I'm right or I'm wrong on that. But, like, you know, let's just say hypothetically I were to like lose to Alireza. I don't think that Alireza is going to be able to. I don't think he's going to be able to beat Magnus. I don't see it happening primarily based on the following factor. The reason I don't see it happening is because Alireza, in my view, is unable to adjust when he's in the middle of the match. And against Magnus, you have to be able to adjust. If you can't adjust during a match against Magnus, like if you can't adjust on the fly and have a couple of backup plans and ideas, it's not going to happen, is my view. It's not going to happen. And I say that also because from EWC, this is my last little bit. When I look at EWC, like that was a good example of where Alireza, there were a couple breaks, things were not going his way. He wasn't really able to shift it. He didn't have like some other game plan against Magnus. And I mean, it was more of the same in the second half of the match. So that's my view in terms of odds. Of course, I could be completely wrong, but you know, we'll see. So I think the odds are wrong on Magnus. I think Magnus should be higher.